going to be. He gets away from one tackle. Lefty still running. Cuts back up. Lefty still on his feet. Lefty still on his feet. He's down the sideline. He's headed for pay dirt. Touchdown, Dragons! We'll see as we get set for this one to get underway. As we said, last year York shut out Cannon County 49-0. York has won the last 7 in a row over Cannon County. They're 12-1 since 2004, as they lost in 2004 20-14, or make that 2009. I should say they lost 20-14 that year to Cannon. Now you look at the two teams' points scored. York has put up 324 on the season, which is a 36-point per game average, while Cannon County at 56, they have 6 points per game. And let's see, like now hopefully we're getting our stuff through. I'm hoping, as Jordan says she's hearing it now, and hopefully that means we're good to go. As let's see if I don't know if I can crank it up anymore or not. I think that's as high as we're going to get as far as that goes, and we will. Here now, let me see. I'm working on this. See if I can now. Got to shut completely off. Let's try again, and hopefully we have got what should be good audio to the camera now. Hopefully we'll keep our fingers crossed on that one. Now we've got a lot of things tonight to still get into. We'll take a look at the playoff scenario for York. We'll take a look at a lot of how other teams are going to be as far as the other teams in the region, how theirs looks as far as their standings. We'll also look at the region that York will play in the playoffs and see who they've got there. All that's coming up. You're on the Progressive.
Cheer this year for all our school teams and activities. Get behind our local schools. Join the parent-teachers group and help improve the quality of education. Sponsor school activities. Go to a ball game, hear a concert, reach higher. Progressive Savings Bank, insured by FDIC.
Everything we do, it's true. We do for you.
Back here as we get set for football action. It's York and Cannon County now. A lot of other games going on now. We'll take a look at that. We'll go to Dennis and the guys here in just a few moments. But let's take a look at the playoff scenarios, which, folks, is tougher than an IKEA instruction manual. So let's look at what we got. York, if they win, they will finish first. If Smith County and Sequatchie County both win, now if Smith County wins and Sequatchie County loses, York would fall to second. Now, if York was to lose tonight, they could fall to third if Smith and Sequatchie both win. Of course, Smith County has got Grundy County. Sequatchie County's got Upperman. Now, Smith County, if they win, they would be first with York or Sequatchie County loss. Either one of those, and they will finish first. Second, if they won in fourth game, it's going to be 6-3, 2-2 against Signal Mountain, who's 3-6, 2-2. Now, the interesting thing on that is they're playing each other tonight, so the winner gets second, loser gets third. Now, Brainerd and McMinn Central, well, they're just playing for the heck of it here tonight. They're wrapping up their season in action tonight. As we said, we had a chance for a look at the previews and rewinds. Let's take first and go back to Dennis Weaver and the guys and get a rewind of last week's game.
As we race to the conclusion of the Tennessee high school football season, week number 10 saw playoff hopes strengthen for some teams and derailed for others. I'm Dennis Weaver of Friday Night Thunder. Give us 3 minutes and we'll look at the highlights for the teams in the Friday Night Thunder network area and contests statewide. This is the Friday Night Thunder Week 10 Rewind. In Region 5, 1A, Cornersville bombed Huntland, Franklin Grace bested Mount Pleasant, and Moore County rated Richland in region games. In non-region play, Fayetteville scalped Harpeth. In Region 3, 6A, Blackman burned Stewart's Creek in non-region play, Oakland put down Cookville, Riverdale routed Warren County, and Siegel outlasted Coffee County. In Region 5, 6A, Smyrna bullied Antioch, Laverne clawed past Overton in overtime, and Cane Ridge dumped McGavock in region games. In non-region play, Stewart's Creek came up short against Blackman. In Region 5-5A, Centennial bested Summit in non-region play, while in region play it was Lincoln County over Franklin County, Shelbyville edged Page, and Columbia trucked White County. In Region 4-4A, Maplewood bested Nolensville in the lone region game. In non-region play, Lawrence County was dumped by Dixon County, Spring Hill was topped by Franklin, Marshall County fell at Brentwood, and Tullahoma stunned Giles County. In Region 4-3A and non-region play, Cannon County was shelled by Whitwell on Thursday night, Upperman stung Macon County, York slayed Livingston Academy, and Smith County was edged by Watertown. In Region play, Sequatchie County shut down Grundy County. In Region 5, 3A, Giles County lost to Tullahoma in non-region play. In Region games, Stratford mauled Whites Creek, and Pearl Cone pounded East Nashville. In Region 4, 2A, Trousdale County took the week off as the 5 other teams played non-region games. Cascade was tamed by Forest, Jackson County was beaten by Gordonsville, Westmoreland drubbed Lancaster Christian, Watertown drained Smith County, and East Robertson scalped White House Heritage. In Region 5, 2A and Region games, Community popped Summertown, Eagleville soared over Loretta, and Columbia Academy squeaked past Lewis County. In non-region play, Forest stormed Cascade. Elsewhere in Middle Tennessee, Friendship Christian blanked MTCS, Springfield doubled up Greenbrier, White House spanked Montgomery Central, and Ravenwood held off Fairview. In West Tennessee, Cordova outgunned Arlington in a shootout, Whitehaven dumped White Station, Riverside busted Ripley, Lake County mowed down Greenfield, and Wayne County stoned Perry County. In East Tennessee, Johnson County outlasted Cloudland, Coalfield buried Oliver Springs, Greenville toasted Granger, Soddy Daisy scaled Signal Mountain, Jefferson County shocked Science Hill, and Cleveland raced past Ooltewah. That does it for the Friday Night Thunder Week 10 Rewind. You can see all the scores from our scoreboard available at our website, FridayNightThunder.com. This has been Dennis Weaver for Friday Night Thunder.
More than 60 games in Week 11 have bearing on the playoff picture as the Tennessee high school football season comes to a close. Hey folks, Dennis Weaver here, Friday Night Thunder with your Week 11 preview. We'll begin our preview in the Friday Night Thunder Radio Network area as 2 games are playoff elimination games, with the winner of Stewart's Creek at Laverne and Forest at Community advancing to Week 12, and the loser home. Siegel hosts Cookville with the winner guaranteed a playoff spot. Page hosts Columbia with playoff seeding on the line, and 3 games have home playoff games in Week 12 on the line as Riverdale hosts Blackman, Smyrna visits McGavock, and Sequatchie County hosts Upperman. Elsewhere in Middle Tennessee, Monterey needs a win at Red Bowling Springs to make the playoffs, and Cumberland County hosts DeKalb County with a playoff berth to the winner. Several region titles will be decided as Macon County hosts Livingston Academy, Gordonsville is at Clay County, Innsworth at Brentwood Academy, Fairview hosts Cheatham County, and CPA can claim a region title when they visit FRA. Home playoff games are on the line as Brentwood visits Centennial, Ravenwood hosts Independence, and Collinwood visits Wayne County. And finally, Lebanon travels to Rossview, needing a win to host a first-round game. In East Tennessee, Cosby is playing for their playoff life at Hampton. Heritage hosts Ooltewah with the winner advancing and the loser staying home. Sullivan East must upset Greenville to make the playoffs, and East Hamilton has to win at Howard to advance. Polk County visits Marion County with the winner hosting a playoff game next week. The winner of Rockwood's home game with Cumberland Gap will finish second in Region 2, 2A, and 8 matchups are on tap to decide region titles. Unicoi visits Johnson County, Halls hosts Seymour, Oakland visits Fulton, Red Bank hosts Loudon, Lenore City visits Knox Catholic, Alcoa hosts Austin East, and Bradley Central travels to Maryville. Dobbins-Bennett can sew up a region title in Region 1, 6A with a win at Jefferson County. In West Tennessee, the playoffs begin this week for 7 teams. Greenfield has to beat visiting West Carroll to make the playoffs next week. Meanwhile, MAHS hosts Manassas on Thursday night, McEwen visits Brewston, and Dyer County hosts Kenwood both on Friday night, with the winners moving on and the losers going home. 4 games will decide home playoff seedings as Peabody hosts Adamsville, Collierville hosts Arlington, South Gibson visits Milan, and Fayette Ware visits Craigmont on Thursday night. Haywood can earn a region title with a win at Obion County. Same for Jackson Southside as they visit Northside. Ridgeway can win a region title as they host Southwind, and Raleigh Egypt hosts Treasevant, aiming for a perfect season and a region title. And 3 head-to-head matchups will crown a region champ to the winner as Westwood visits Hillcrest, Fairleigh hosts Douglas, and Germantown visits Whitehaven. That does it for the Friday Night Thunder Week 11 preview. You can keep up with all the scores from across the state all weekend long on our popular statewide scoreboard available at our website, FridayNightThunder.com. This has been Dennis Weaver for Friday Night Thunder.
When it comes to watching sports, there's no telling what you'll hear.
No, 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 no!
But when you order Pizza Hut for the game, you know exactly what you'll hear.
What the?
Speed limit
that looks
55.
fantastic. Your favorite
Right turn
pizza.
only. Exit
Those
here.
awesome wings.
With some
Plus
signs,
sides
it's
and
clear what you're
desserts.
supposed to do.
Yeah.
All waiting at
Heart attack warning
pizzahut.com.
signs aren't
So order
always
now,
this obvious.
because no one out
They can
pizzas
feel
the
like
Hut.
arm pain,
What
nausea,
game?
Product
dizziness,
availability, prices,
shortness of
participation,
breath,
delivery areas, and charges, and
fatigue.
minimum purchase required
If you
for delivery
experience
letter,
the warning
delivery charges
signs,
not
call
returned.
911.
The night just started,
and know that
and your
at
candy bowl
Canova
is quickly
Healthcare,
emptying. What
we're
happens
here to
if you run
help
out
when
and
you
those-
need us.
Whether you're competing on the athletic field or working hard in the classroom, remember you have the support of First Volunteer Bank, the bank with personality. We're behind you 100% of the way. Good luck to all the area teams. Play tough and play fair. And remember, when it comes to helping you with your banking needs, we're First Volunteer Bank, the bank with personality. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
And now over and over. It's First Volunteer for you.
And back here we're set for football. Back here we're set for football action. It's going to be Cannon County getting the kickoff. They will receive to start the ball game, and Cannon County will come out looking to play spoiler to the Dragons, a win over the Dragons, and that puts the Lions as in a spoiler spot, as they would possibly knock York out of one of those top two spots. It might make York have to travel, so that's a big game here for the Dragons. They've got to win this one to host a game next week. Now, if you look at York, they have Ethan Probst with a total of 919 total yards, while Heath Rexroad has 876, Cole Cooper 430. Not sure how much Cole Cooper will play tonight. He is suffering a little bit from a nagging knee injury, and we'll see if he plays a whole lot tonight. He may not play a lot tonight, but York on the year, they've got two that could break 1,000 here tonight. Rexroad needing 124, and for Probst, he needs 81. So York could break a couple of 1,000-yard rushers tonight if they have big games. But Cannon County coming out, they're fired up, ready to play, as this is their last game of the season. And it is senior night here, as they'd love to send their seniors out on a great note. Now, other games, as we said tonight, big ones tonight. Sequatchie County is hosting Upperman, and Smith County is at Grundy County. Now, those are big games coming up tonight. And, of course, Pekin County wrapping up their season now. They're hosting at Joe Burns tonight, I should say. They're at Joe Burns, and that one will wrap up the season for the Bobcats as they will take on Joe Burns. Yeah, at Joe Burns. That should be probably actually even kicked off by now, as we're a little past 7 o'clock, and we're getting ready to kick ours off. It'll be York and Cannon County. Now, as we said, Cole Cooper with a little bit of a knee problem. Also, Dawson 3'd out. They said he could have a broken bone in his foot, but where it's located at, they said he could possibly play next week. So, good news for the Dragons is Dawson might be back for the next one. And right now, though, York are going to play a little short-handed, as Cole Cooper going to play on offense a little bit, but he is not going to play any on defense. So it'll be Devin Handley will be in at his position on defense on the defensive end. So we'll see what actually Devin Handley on place of Dawson 3. Then I guess Will Helbig will be in for Cole Cooper on that right line, or that left linebacker. Well, here we go. It's going to be Probst to kick it off, and Probst will kick the first one. It's going to be driven way back, all the way back to the 6-yard line, where they'll swap the ball, and coming over to the right side and getting dropped right at the 18-yard line. Good job by the Dragons. Lefeview coming up making the hit on that one, as that was number 5 on the carry for Cannon County. That was Michael Williams. They did a little reverse to Williams, and then Williams got hit at the 18. So first and 10, Cannon County. And we'll see how York can do. Got some injuries, as we said. We'll see what they do here tonight as they take on Cannon County. And it's going to be first play from scrimmage here in just a moment. York and Cannon County. As we said, this is a huge game for the Dragons, as the Dragons need this one to keep in the hunt for that top spot. And first pass going to be incomplete. Oh, right into the hand of the Dragons, Drake. And Drake wasn't ready for that one. Had he been ready, he'd have had that one at the 25-yard line, because it hit him in the numbers.
Take it down for the line. At their own 17.
It's second and 10 now for the Lions. Good play by the Dragons defensively. They went to Castilian, and he couldn't hang on, so it's going to be 2nd and 10 now. Cannon County coming out throwing the ball. In the backfield, they got Michael Williams behind quarterback Charlie Paris. Williams going to be hit immediately, dropped back at the 15-yard line. Actually lost a couple of yards. Good D by the Dragons as getting in there was the jackhammer, Josiah Headings.
46.
Josiah with the stop, and it's now going to be 3rd and a dozen for the Lions as they backed up a couple of yards since they started this possession.
Lost at 2 on the play.
So now it's going to be 3rd and a dozen now for the Lions as they'll come back to the line of scrimmage. They got Parrish in the shotgun. Charlie Parrish back in the shotgun. Got 2 men back with him. He's going to roll to the outside. Now rolling. He's going to throw it downfield and way out in front of the intended receiver. No good. So that's going to bring up 4th and a dozen as he intended that one for, looked like he was intending that one for Williams.
Looking for
Rains, they say. So couldn't get the reception, and that's going to mean kick time for the for the Lions, I should say. Lions going to kick it off, and York has got Rex Rhodes dropping back to about his own 45-yard line. No, make that Drake. So Rex Rhodes not dropping back. It's Drake dropping back. And Lathan, Noah. It is Rex Rhodes. Rex Rhodes drop back. Lathan's going to move back up. And the punt's going to be a line drive, a good kick. Going to back up Rex Rhodes. Rex Rhodes going to bobble it, picks it up off the ground. Now looking for some room. Runners have good block there by the Dragons. And now Rex Rhodes to the left side, and the Rex Rocket's starting to open up the 2nd gear. And there he goes. He's headed down the sideline all the way into the end zone for a touchdown, Dragons. York with the kickoff return of about, about 63 yards, I believe. So that was one of those situations where Rex Rhodes just running for his life. Finally saw some daylight, and once the Rex Rocket gets that 2nd gear going, he's hard to catch. And he heads in the end zone for a touchdown, and York out quickly 6-0 as we're just underway here in the first quarter. Got 10:39 left to go, quarter number 1. York now for the extra point. They usually send out Johan West for the extra points. We'll see if that's what they do here. No, York going to go for the 2. Looks like Probst is in the backfield now in place of Cooper. And the snap, they're going to hand right off the middle of Probst, and he's just going to bang straight ahead for... Did he get there? They stop him right at the line of scrimmage, so... And okay, that's 2nd and goal. Okay, you didn't get the touchdown on the first. I thought the Rex got in the end zone, but they say he did not. So okay, now it's 2nd and goal for the Dragons. So it's still 0-0. I'm totally confused in that first play. York going to get the snap. They're going to hand it off. They bobble the football. It's still on the ground, and Cannon County comes up with it. Big defensive play by the Lions as they come up with it on the 2-yard line. And the fumble gives it back to the line in their own. as they will try to shut down the Lions' attack here. And now the snap, they hand out the middle. That's going nowhere. Got up to about the 40 before he's dropped. He was popped there, as that was the big fullback again on the carry, and he was stopped right at about where he had got the football. So it's going to be 4th and 3 now for the Lions, and we'll see what they decide to do. Looks like they may go for it here. 0-9, last game of the season, senior night. Go for it. We'll see what they can do here. Looks like they may go for it here. As last game of the senior night before. We'll see what they do here. The Lions come up now. And now we see the pass downfield. Got a man out there. He got there. No, he did not hang on. Could not hang on to it. Rexroth running stride for stride with him, but could not hang on. And now it's going to be for the Lions. They'll turn it over on downs, and the Dragons going to have it in their own territory, or in the line territory at about the 40-yard line. So 1st and 10 now for the Dragons. York, a good stop on that one, as they were able to shut them down. And York will come up now with a, looks like about 1st and 10 out at the 40 of Cannon County. And we're waiting on the play, and now the snap again off Rexroth on the left side. He's got some running room. Rexroth got one man to beat. He's going to be stopped, brought back, and dropped right about the 23-yard line. Good pickup, though, of about 18. So the Dragons going to have a first down. And got a first down. And looks like it'll be about at the 22-yard line. We are really having trouble with our internet connection here, folks. I apologize for that, as for some reason we are not able to connect. And hopefully that is got us connected. I'm not sure. I hope so. As now the handoff goes over this time to the right side, and that's banging ahead to the 18-yard line for York. And didn't see who on the carry on that one. It looks like Probst on the carry. Probst with the carry. Ethan just banging over the right side, getting some yardage. Just banging over the right waiting on, having a little bit of trouble with our connection. Hopefully we'll be able to get that back up here in just a second. I hope that's going to stay now. As here come the Dragons, they are going to stay now. Got a 2nd and 5 from about the 20 or about the 18-yard line. York in the red zone now. Got a man in motion. They're going to hand right up the middle this time to Cole Cooper. He'll bang straight ahead, and the Cole train gets up to the 9 yards. Got a 1st and goal for the Dragons. Cole Cooper on the carry on that one, and we weren't sure Cole was going to play tonight. They said he tweaked his knee. He's going to play a few downs on there and make sure that his knee doesn't hurt. If his knees bother him, he's going to come out. So we'll keep an eye on that and see if he stays in the ball game. Right now he is, as he got the 1st and goal on that one, and it's a 9-yard line. Up will come the Dragons. Got a man in motion. They're going to give it to Johnson. Johnson trying to get outside, but does, but just gets a couple of yards up to the 5, and it's going to be 2nd and goal now from the nickel. York with 2nd and goal now.
17, Austin Johnson.
And York having just a little bit of problem right now.
And goal for the Dragons at the line 5.
As we have got York with a 2nd and goal now. They'll pitch it out, and it's on the floor, on the ground again, and York's going to be stopped right there, as that's the 2nd time York's dropped the football. And Rexroth having trouble with the pitch. It hits the ground. Got his own recovery, though, but it backs the Dragons up to they'll looks like 3rd and goal from about the 9-yard line. So York losing the yardage. Going to be 3rd and goal now for the Dragons.
3rd and goal.
And York's going to call a timeout. Timeout on the field. With timeout on the field, we'll take a break after we tell you the score is scoreless with 2:53 to go here in the 1st. Back here now as York has a 3rd and goal from now the 9-yard line. They're going to hand it off to Rexroad. He'll shoot through the left side. He's in the end zone for a touchdown. Touchdown, Dragons! York with the touchdown.
To the end zone for a Dragon touchdown.
And York gets the touchdown this time, and they are on the scoreboard. Folks, it does appear we may be having some technical difficulties with our live broadcast here for some reason. And right now, Johan West going to try to take and drill it through the uprights. That's going to be good. And York, with 2:45 left to go in the first, has a 7-0 lead.
Athletes and kids give it all they've got. Come to a game. Support our local schools. Upper Cumberland Federal Credit Union, a better way to bank. Federally insured by NCUA. Online at ucfcu.org.
Dr. William Allen at Jamestown Family Chiropractic has been providing chiropractic care for equestrians for many years. From injuries, skeletal misalignments to balance and posture, Allen knows that chiropractic care can improve the equestrian's overall wellness. Whether it's work or hobby, Jamestown Family Chiropractic can help you to establish and maintain a healthy, pain-free lifestyle. Call them today at 879-8931.
Well, York with their first touchdown, a 9-yard run by Rexroad, and the Dragons are on the scoreboard after the Johan extra kick, or extra point. They lead 7-0 with 2:45 to go in the first. Kickoff by Probst is going to be a short one right at about the 11-yard line. They fake the switch, and now the receiver, still on his feet, gets away from one. Is finally drugged down. Good return as he gets up to looks like about the 23-yard line. So good return that time by the Lions, as it looked like he was going to be dropped way back about the 8-yard line. He gets away and gets up to the 23. We're going to mark him at the 21.5. So 1st and 10 Lions. The Lions got some good first downs last time. Looked impressive moving the ball. We'll see what they can do here as they get ready to get the football back again here in this first quarter. We've got 2:35 left to go, and it's a 7-0 York lead in this one. York with the first score of the night. We thought they actually had an earlier score, but that one they say got knocked out of bounds at the 2, and then York fumbled the football. And now the handoff, and York was waiting on it. York almost got the handoff that time as York's looks like Lefty shot the gap there and hit Williams just as he got the ball. And no, it's going to be Probst. Probst got the wide open lane, and he got there and knocked Williams down almost before he got the ball. So a loss of a yard now for Cannon County. They'll back up at 2nd and 11. York and Cannon County, this game for York's a huge one. As that now will be back in the shotgun. We'll go Parrish. Parrish takes the snap, fakes it, rolls out. Now he's going to throw one out, and there is nobody from Cannon County down there. Somebody misread that play as they just kind of threw that one downfield. Looked like it was an out route, but nobody went out. So that's going to be 3rd down and 11 now for the Lions.
Third down.
Nobody in the general vicinity of that one. Closest one of that was York's Lathan Drake. So now it's going to bring up what should be a 3rd down and 11 for the Lions. Cannon County, a couple impressive drives last time. They got a couple of first downs in sputter. Now they're down to a 3rd and 11 in this one. And they'll set Parrish back in the shotgun. He's got Williams back there with him. Takes the snap, looking. Now he's running. He'll take off, heads over the right side, and he is going to get leveled right about the 16-yard line as he took a shot over there as York coming up making the play, and that's going to make up 4th down and long for the Lions as they lose about 5 on there as Cole Cooper
24 for the Dragons.
coming up making a hit. And don't they says Cooper, but I guess Cooper is playing both ways. Didn't think he was going to just play but offense. He told me before the game he's just going to play a couple of offensive plays, see how his knee went. But they're going to let him play some defense. So he's on the defensive side of it and comes up with a stop there with a hard hit. And now it's 4th and 15 for the Lions. They'll punt it away. Last time Rexroth about broke one. Now this snap way over the head, and that one's going to trickle into the end zone. And the Lions going to try to get it out. Boo! He is level. He fumbles the football. Does York get it? Do they call it fumble? Yes, they do. Touchdown, Dragons! As there, Josiah Headings was there and just leveled the kicker as he mishandled. Well, actually didn't mishandle it. That snap was way too tall as he overstepped it over his head. He ran it down. He tried to look for somebody to throw it to, but then Headings just leveled him and in the end zone, and he drops the football, and York falls on it, and York gets the special teams touchdown, and now West trying to make it a 14-0 lead. Snap back, and the kick is up. The kick is good. York takes a 14-0 lead with 53 seconds to go in the first.
And Coach Charles Vaughn, 17 years of coaching. He took his team to the state playoffs and led them in multiple district and bowl championships. His life modeled teamwork, integrity, and hard work. I'm Joey Vaughn, and this man not only was my dad, but he was my coach. I grew up learning these values, and they are a large part of what Meadow-Thrift Pharmacy is founded on. Come out and support our 2017 York football team.
Couple of great big special teams plays by the York Dragons. Rexroth had one return to the 2-yard line, but York fumbled that one away. But this time the muff punt by Cannon County as number 3 was there trying to punt the ball away. Looked like Love, and Love was trying to punt the ball away. It was either Love or Williams. One was trying to punt the ball, and it snapped way over his head, and the Lions recovered in the end zone, picked it up, and tried to throw the ball, and then was hit, and he dropped the football, and York falls on it for an easy touchdown. And now the Dragons are up 14-0 here in the first with 53 seconds to play. West will kick it off this time. Johan's going to drill one to about the Lions. Let it go. Neither one went out. They're going to have to fall on it right there at the 6-yard line. That looks like a serve. Antenna says that one hit right in between. Neither one of them took it. And Williams had to go back and just fall on. That's going to be 1st and 10 from the 6 for the Lions. As the Lions special teams hurting them here in this first quarter. As now the Lions have it with 49 seconds to go in the first quarter. They got it 1st and 10 at their own 5-yard line. York's special teams having a big night early in this one. We'll see what the defense can do here. York able to shut down Cannon County last time. York would love to get them to shut down here and get a punt from out of the end zone once again. And Parrish back in the shotgun. Looking, gets the snap, looks, he's going to throw one out, and batted up the air. Ooh, almost picked off. One of the Dragons got a paw on it, and they intended that one for number one Brock, as I think it was Brock that they intended that for, and it goes off to one of the Dragons' hands and incomplete. So 2nd and 10 now for the Dragons, and that's what you got to do on a defensive lineman. If you're not going to get to the quarterback, be sure to get those hands up in that passing lane, and that's just exactly what the Dragons didn't see who got a hand up there, but a good block on the play. And York has Cannon County now with a 2nd and 10 of their own 5-yard line. Parrish back in the shotgun. Got Williams and also Hill on the side. He's going to roll out. He's going to roll. He's looking to get outside. He does, but he's going to get about a yard before he's dropped as York's big guys trip him up, and they got maybe a yard. Going to bring up 3rd and long for the Lions deep in their own territory. York looking.
No gain on the play.
Okay, York looking to stop the Lions again. And it will be York with a 3rd and 10. Or I should say Lions with a 3rd and 10. That's going to be the end of the first quarter. End of one. It is York 14, Cannon County nothing.
My husband Mark and I are huge fans of the DQ $5 lunch. It's a home meal
plus a sundae
for just $5. We each got chicken strips, fries, and a drink.
Plus a sundae.
Talk about a full tray.
Plus a sundae.
That's some sweet math.
Plus a
sundae.
Yeah, a sundae. I say that a lot.
Got it.
Actually, it's not just math. It's Fanonomics. Come in for the DQ $5 lunch and get your choice of one of 3 entrees, fries, and a drink, plus a sundae, all for $5. Only at your DQ. This is fan food, not fast food. For a limited time only at participating locations, excludes taxes.
It's time to get out and support our local teams. Hall Family Pharmacy has all the gear you need to cheer on your favorite team. Our Jamestown store has the purple and yellow for York, and our Clark Range store is stocked up with the blue and gold for Clark Range. Oh yeah, there's plenty of orange from Volunteer Traditions and Give Her 6 at both locations to cheer on the Vols. We are proud of our sports families at each school. It's fun and healthy to take pride in our state and our community, and we have all the equipment you need to look good and have a good time. Hall Family Pharmacy. Our family, your health.
And back to action. It's going to be Cannon County, the long throw. Oh, almost picked off by Drake. Drake looked like he had a shot at it. Fourth and 9 for the Lions. Having a lot of technical difficulties, folks. I want to apologize for that. If you're watching this on video, we had a lot of technical difficulties. I'm not sure what it is, but we'll have to get somebody to check on that as we're struggling a little bit with that. And now they'll punt it again from their end zone. The snap back, this one's a good one. They'll get the punt off, and he's going to send it over here to the left side. That's going to sail out of bounds, and we'll see where they mark it. They're going to mark all the way down to the 32-yard line. That was a mighty good spot there, I'll tell you. That was that official must have been running horizontally instead of diagonally. As now we're going to look at some stats from that first quarter. York with 14 points. They had, let's see, passing. Neither team had 8 passing yards. York 38 yards rushing, while Cannon County had 8. So that's not a lot of stats in that first quarter, but York with a 14-0 lead, and now with a football and a very short field at the 32-yard line. Dragons will bring it up. You got Probst in the backfield along now with Cole Cooper, the 2-man backfield. York with a single wing. This time they're going to pitch it to Probst. Probst trying to bounce right side. He's got some running room. Probst down the sideline. Still one man to beat. Fights his way all the way down. Did he get in the end zone? No, they say he goes out at the 1-yard line. So first and goal, Dragons on about a 37-yard run by Probst. Probst with a good hard run on that time and got him out just shy of the end zone. So now the Dragons, they're going to actually mark him at the 2. So he got about a 36 on that one. And York now 2 yards. I'll get it here in a minute. Away from pay dirt with 11:31 left to go in the first half. Up will come Lefeview. York with a 2-man backfield again. Going to hand it off to Probst over the right side. He bangs straight ahead. Doesn't get there. They're going to mark him shy about a yard. So it's going to be second and goal from the 1. Second and goal from the 1 for the Dragons. And once again, folks, apologize for our audio problems we're having. As we'll try to get that straightened up. Hopefully.
Second and goal for the Dragons.
And now it's going to be second and goal for York. York at the 2-yard line. And up will come the Dragons. Second and goal from the 2. Probst and Cooper in the backfield. And this time Lefeview just going to dive straight ahead. Did he get there? Waiting on a signal. Touchdown, Dragons! York with their third touchdown of the first half as they punch it in from the 2. Lefeview, those officials took a long time to make that call. They must have problem with their peripheral vision. They didn't see what that went in until they come up and got right up over it and then said it was good. And now York up 21-0 here in the first half with 10:35. Actually, they're 20-0. Looking for 21 if Johan can knock this one down. Snaps low. The kick is up, though, and Johan right down the gullet makes it a 21-0 lead with 10:35 to go in half number one.
It's that time of the year again when temperature is dropping and folks are enjoying the crisp air. This means it's also time to schedule your fall maintenance. Before you ask your poor furnace to keep you warm all winter long, let our technicians come tune up your system for maximum performance. Call Condition Heating and Cooling, your Carrier factory authorized dealer, to save the most energy dollars all winter. Carrier, turn to the experts.
Conditioned heating and cooling.
Well, the York Dragons now take a 21-0 lead with 10:35 left to go here in the first quarter as York's nephew, a 2-yard plunge, gets it in the end zone. Let's see, take a look at Rexroad so far. Has got 22 yards. Probst has 7. So now Rexroad, let me see, my math's not that good, folks. I'll have to take me a second. But he's about 100 yards away from 1,000 yards, while Probst is about 80 yards away now from 1,000 yards on the season. We'll see what happens here as Johan West kicks it away. Johan with a line driver, and that's going to hit and take a big hop to Williams. Williams going to bring it on the run up to the 15, to the 20. He's still on his feet. He's got some room. He's got one man to beat, and that is Murdoch. And Helen Madd's going to knock him down at the York 45-yard line. Good job by Murdoch as Murdoch came across. He was York's last hope, and Hallam Matt able to knock him down, and that's going to make it 1st and 10 for the Lions at the 45. Great field position for the Lions. This is one of their best field positions by far of the ball game, as this is a 1st and 10 at York's 45-yard line. Good return by the Lions. Williams. As Williams showed, he's got a little bit of get up in that as well, as he was able to get free and get a big return. And it's now going to be 1st and 10 Lions at the 45 of York. Parrish will bring his squad up. Got two-man backfield. Takes a snap, hands it. No, he's going to hand it off on the end round. Got a man out here. He's got some room, and now we got a still on the round and making a nice move is number 1, and he's headed to the end zone. Number 11 on the end around Litchford with a touchdown. A big run by Litchford. Number 11, he made a nice juke over here to beat the Dragons. Only man that had a shot at him, Lathan Drake. And that time also a great block over here by the wide receiver. He put a great block on York's corner and sprung it open. And Litchford with the touchdown makes it 21-6. And here come the Lions right back. So the Lions answer with a big touchdown of their own. And now they'll kick the extra point. And no, they're not going to be able to get it off. They're going to roll it out, they'll throw it, and it's going to be no good. So they don't get the kick off. And it's with 10:05 left to go here in the first half. It's 21-6. York.
Ventures Farmers Co-op, happy to be a proud sponsor of York Dragon football. We wish you a winning season. Every game is a success when you have played your best. Ventures Farmers Co-op, bringing you quality products from feed, seed, and fertilizer, to automotive, to animal health and pet products, to gas, diesel, and propane, to clothing and boots for the family and a gift shop. All this and much more at Ventures Farmers Co-op, 1219 Old Highway 127 South, Jamestown. Go Dragons!
A great end around by Litchford, and he gets the touchdown run, but a great block on this outside as their wide receiver got a great block on the corner, held up York's corner, and that allowed only Drake to have a shot at him, and he juked Drake as he went around Drake and got the easy touchdown for the Lions. They missed the extra point, though, as the snap was bad. They couldn't get the kick off, and so now it's a 21-6 York lead, and we still have 10:05 left to go in the first quarter. So both teams with some long runs. Getting points for each team, and that was a great run that time by Litchford. And now it's going to be York getting the kickoff, and York needs to be ready. Got that front line of Lefeview. You've got Reed. You've got also We got headings there on that front line in case they decide the onside kick. We'll see what they do. And the kick going to be an onside one, but that's not going to go 10 yards. As that was actually going to roll back and was rolled back behind the 40-yard line. That was the ugliest bounce I've ever seen in my life, folks. That one went about 5 yards and then got a spin backwards. Looked like queuing up a cue ball on a pool table. As that one had way too much English on it, backed it all the way back up to about the 40-yard line of Cannon County. It was where they kicked the ball from. As they kicked it out, went for the onside kick. I just said they might go for that onside kick, and sure enough, they did. I've never seen a football do that, folks. I've never seen a football do that. That is a heck of a spin he put on that ball, but the problem was it spun backwards, and now York's got 1st and 10 on the short field at the 40 of Cannon County, as that one pretty much was right from where he kicked the ball. York's going to have it 1st and 10.
Down at the line.
Back to their two wing-back formation. Back to their as they will get the beast in motion, but they're going to hand it out for Rexrow. Left side, he squirts through a hole. Rexrow's got some room. He's headed to the right side. He's gone, folks. You're not going to catch the Rex rocket as he goes for a 40-yard touchdown, Dragons. Touchdown! York with the touchdown, and a good run by Rexroad as he got through that initial hole. And folks, he saw the other side of the field was wide open, and the Rex Rocket kicked in that other gear, and he's into the end zone for a touchdown. And now it's 27-6. York looking to make it a 22-point lead if he can knock down this one. And Johann's kick this time. Ooh, that was bad. That one, he drilled that one bad to the right. And so it's a 27-6 York lead with 9:52 to go here in the first half. 9:52 to go here in the first half.
When it comes to a state representative, actions speak louder than words is Representative John Mark Wendell's motto. John Mark has been a majority floor leader, a member of the House Transportation, Agriculture, and Natural Resources Committees. Locally, he's been a leader in keeping state funding for York Institute, and if one of his constituents has a concern, then it's John Mark's too. So when it comes to state representatives, I guess actions do speak louder than words.
Well, York just comes back with a quick score. So this one, folks, turned out to be a track meet as both teams with some big plays is opening this one up. And York now takes a 27-6 lead over Cannon County. And Probst will kick it off as you can bet they'll not kick it toward Williams. Williams had a big return last time. And then Cannon County set up Cannon County's Litchford run. Then York getting a onside kick that went forward and rolled back. I've never seen that done before. But anyway, rolled back as Cannon County tried the onside kick. It went from the 40 up to the 45, then rolled back to the 40. And now this kick's going to be deep and over to the left side. And that'll bounce off a Cannon County player and out of bounds. And I guess that'll be a touchback. As it bounced off a Cannon County player, went through the end zone. And so now it's going to be it'll be touchback, 1st and 10 from the 20 for Cannon County. Good kick by Probst as he went to the left side, and the receiver just could not hang on to it. And it goes out of bounds, and it goes through the end zone, and it'll be 1st and 10 lines from their own 20-yard line. Here comes Cannon County. They're trailing now by a score of 27-6, a 21-point lead, and Cannon County with a 1st and 10 on the 20. It'll be Parrish to hand it off. He hands it off to the big guy banging straight ahead is number 45, Hill. Hill's going to pick up a couple of yards before they chop him down at the 22. So some hard running by Cannon County, some good defense by the Dragons up the middle, as coming up from the bottom of that one is the jackhammer. Josiah Headings knocks these pins out from under him. And it's going to be 2nd and 8 for the Lions. Second on the carry for the Lions. York looking to stop Cannon County, get the football back. We still got 9:20 left to go in this first half, and it's already we've got 33 points up on the board. And now the snap. They're going to hand out this time to Hill, and Hill hits straight ahead, and he's going to get to about the 25 before he stops. Make that Williams, I should say. Williams on the carry gets to the 25. Going to make it third and about half the distance. So 3rd and 5 for the Lions. Good job by big number 71, Jared Reed. He knocks him down there. Reed's a load. You're not going to carry Reed very far if he falls on you. Williams carried a couple players earlier on a run, but this time Reed got on him, and you're not going to carry Jarrett very far. It's going to make it 3rd and a nickel now for the Lions as they've got it on their own 25-yard line. Got to get to the 30. And Parrish now under center. Got the two-man backfield. Throws out. He's going to throw a slant pass, and that was almost picked off. Good D by the Dragons. And I think that was Howland mad on that one. Murdoch got a hand in there and knocked it down. Murdoch with the stop, and the Dragons now make it a 4th and 5 from the 30 and 25, and Cannon County will step back and punt it away. York should get the ball back with some good field position. You got Rex Road back at the 37-yard line, waiting on the kick. And dropping back to kick it away will be, is that number 3, I believe, is Wade Love back. Love already had one snapped over his head, and he's ready this time. Love waiting on the snap, gets a good one. And now Love's going to pass it. Love's going to chuck one out there, and that one's up for grabs, and the Lions aren't going to get there. As that time... Actually, Lathan Drake had given up on it, and the receiver was wide open. It was just too far for him to get. As he had some space, as I'm not sure what Drake stopped for. I don't know if Drake stopped over there to get some Gatorade or what, but he stopped over there on the far side and allowed the receiver to be wide open. The pass was just too long, and Love's got an arm. I'm not sure what year this kid is, but sign him up for quarterback. He's got a cannon back there. As that's going to be York now with a 1st and 10 on their 25-yard line of Cannon County. So Cannon County are rolling them bones and coming up snake eyes on that one. And it's going to be York with a 1st and 10 from the 25. It'll be left view going under center. Got Cooper in the backfield. You got Probst to the left and Rex Road to the right. They're going to hand off to Probst. Probst on the right side, cuts corner and slips and falls. That's one way to get the beast down. He got a couple of yards before his pin slid out from under him. And that's going to get it back to York with a 2nd and about 8.5. York now with a 2nd and long. York that time Probst had he not slipped, he had some room out in front of him. And York now will come up. We've yet to see York throw the ball again tonight. They did not throw it but once against Livingston last week, and that was intercepted. Now it's going to be handed off this time up the middle to Cole Cooper. Cole Cooper's got some running room. Cole's out the outside, down to the 10, down to the 5. Did he get there? What do they say? Short, right at the 1-yard line. Cole Cooper gets to the 1, and it's going to be 1st and goal for the Dragons. And Cooper, for a kid with a tweaked knee this week, he looked awfully good right there, folks. I think somebody's giving me some false doctor reports here. And now they're going to say holding against York, so that'll back York up. So York gets a holding call. I didn't see the rag on the field. That's going to back it all the way up as they're going to get from where he actually got the call at, and that's going to move it all the way back to the 24-yard line, which should make it, I guess, 2nd and about... Looks like 2nd and about 3 now for the Dragons, as the Dragons got 6 yards. He knows 2nd and 3, and now are making 2nd and 8 for the Dragons. I'm not sure. I don't think they moved the chains correctly. But anyway, it's going to be a fumble by the Dragons, and falling on it this time is Lefeview. Good job by Lefeview to come up with it. That's going to make it 3rd and long for the Dragons. They backed it up almost to the 25. Well, yeah, I guess that's right, because York got 1st and 10 on the 25. So now it's going to be 3rd and about 15 for the Dragons. And first time we've seen York really in a throwing situation. We'll see what they do here. York got it 3rd and, this is definitely 4-down territory for the Dragons. They're not going to punt from this distance. They're not going to kick a field goal. As we'll see what they do here. Lefeview, snap. Rolls it out. Now Lefeview going to cut back inside. Lefeview's got some runner. He bounces outside. Lefeview's going to have the 1st down, and more going to be ran down and out of bounds at about the, looks like maybe 7-yard line. looks like maybe 7-yard line. And the Dragons, that time the keeper from Leftview gets them a big chunk and got them a first down, and looks like first and goal at about the 7-yard line. And Cannon County got a player down. And they're going to come out and check on him, and now he's getting up. And we'll see who that is. And he's come out holding that right arm, and that's something you definitely don't want on your last game of the season as an injury. And that's Williams, I believe. It is Williams. No, it's going to be number 7, I believe. The number's a little hard to see, but no, it couldn't be a 7. They don't have a 7 on the roster. So number 5, that was Williams. So Williams with the injury, that's a tough break for Cannon County because he is really doing some banging and running the ball very well early. So now it's first and goal, York, from about the 6-7 yard line. York will come up. Good run by Leftview. Got the first down. We're down to 6 minutes to go in the first half when this play's run. And they'll snap it. They'll hand it right up the middle to Cooper, and Cooper going to go straight ahead, maybe for a couple, before Cannon County wraps him up and drops him right there. 6:03 left to go, and Williams was holding that arm, that right arm, and that's something you definitely don't want on the last game of this young man's season as he comes up injured. And York going to be in the playoffs next week. Where they play, a lot of it will depend on how this game ends here tonight. They can win this game, they can be no worse than second. As now the snap, they're going to hand it off this time over the left side to Rex Rote, and he's into the end zone for a touchdown, Dragons! 4-yard run by the Rex Rocket, and now that's his second TD of the night, and the Dragons go up 33-6, and Rex Rote just some easy running over the left side that time. York with the touchdown. Now West going to try to make it a 34-6 lead. And Rex Rote, or I should say, gets the 4-yard touchdown. It's going to be West to put on the extra point. It's up. No good. He missed it again. And with 5:28 to go here in the second quarter, it's 33-6. York.
Whether you're competing on the athletic field or working hard in the classroom, remember you have the support of First Volunteer Bank, the bank with personality. We're behind you 100% of the way. Good luck to all the area teams. Play tough and play fair. And remember, when it comes to helping you with your banking needs, we're First Volunteer Bank, the bank with personality. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
And now over and over, it's First Volunteer for you.
Well, the York Dragons go up 33-6 now here in the first half as the extra point no good by West. Johans missed the last 2. That's something they're going to have to work on this week as they go into the playoffs next week. Now, York, as I said, with a win and a Smith County loss, or a Smith County and Sequatchie County both winning, York will be the number 1 seed in the district. If York wins, Smith County wins, and Sequatchie loses, York will be second. But a win here tonight, and York is no worse than second, and will host round 1 of the playoffs next week. So this is a big game for the Dragons, and they're up now by 27 points here in the first half, and we'll kick it away. And here comes Johan up to kick it off, and he kicks one. Drills it this time over to the left side. Return man bringing it up from the 10 now, still on his feet, got a good shot through the there and got up to the 35-yard line. Good run and good return that time by Lockhart. Lockhart with a good return. Lockhart got it back up to the 35-yard line, and Cannon County just not had a lot of good field position. Now, they've been deep in their own territory on several occasions. Had one where they got to return to York's 45-yard line and got the touchdown on that one.
Tackle by 61.
So it'll be first and 10 now for the Lions at their own 35-yard line. We got 5:20 left to go in the first half. York up 33-6. And And Cannon County will come up now. They've got Hill, and it looks like Williams still in the backfield now. Well, he gets it over the left side. He's trying to get through, but he's going to be dropped right there. Looks like they're going to get him right about the line of scrimmage. And it's good to see him back out there. He come out there with that arm. He was holding that arm and going. It's good to see him back on the field.
Mike Williams.
Williams back out there. Good to see that. Now it's going to be 2nd and 10 for the Lions.
The original line of scrimmage.
Just under 5 minutes to go here in quarter number 2. Headed toward halftime of this one. We'll come up to halftime. We'll have the Old Ben Franklin Ford halftime stats brought to you by Old Ben Franklin Ford, of course. They're located in Wartburg, and Fords are cheaper in the country, folks. So check them out. 2nd and 10 now for the Lions. Snap back to the quarterback, Parrish. He's got some heat on him. Gets away from one, now gets away from another. There's a rag on the field, and that's usually in the area of holding. So we're going to see what the call is as they toss the flag, and there's the hold signal. And usually if you get the flag in that area, that's what you're going to get. Probst with the sack, but the Cannon County Lions going to be backed up even further as going to be holding. York declines it, so York declines it. They'll take the sack, and they will have it. Now it's going to bring up a 3rd down and long for the Lions as York's defense playing very well. So 3rd and about 11 for the Lions now. York just decided not to take the penalty after they got the sack, and their defense playing really well right now. 4:20 left to go here in the first half. We've got a touchdown on a fumble in the end zone by the punter earlier. And now they come up. They've got a 3rd and 11, and they're going to bring the house. Here come. You can bet York's going to send everybody but the cheerleaders over here on this one. As a snap, here they come. They're after Parrish, and Parrish falls down, and Parrish just couldn't get any footing right there at the 25-yard line. Falls down, and the Dragons going to have another sack, and that's going to be 4th and now about 18 for the Lions. And now about 18. Cannon County goes steadily back on that possession. And now the Lions are going to have it 4th and about 20. And they'll punt it away. Love going to step back there, and the snapper this time, last time had a good snap last punt, but he had one that was way over the head of Love, and Love's a good-sized kid, so he snapped it really high when he snapped it too far for him. Love's going to drop back now all the way back to about the 15-yard line. And they're going to take a timeout. Timeout on the field by Cannon County. 3:15 left to go here in the quarter, and York leads it 33-6. 33-6.
Some signs can make your day easier, like the ones you see on the road. Other signs can help save your life, like the warning signs of a heart attack. For women, common signs can include jaw pain, nausea, and dizziness. And some women may experience a heart attack without feeling chest pain. If you experience the signs of a heart attack, get to an emergency room fast. Call 911 and know that at Tenova Healthcare, we're here to help when you need us.
Well, the York Dragons now with a 33-6 lead, 3:15 left to go. Last time Cannon County went for it, they had the punter throw as Love had a man wide open, just overthrew him, and now we'll see if they try that again. Now Rexroth going to drop a little farther back this time as he actually drops back to the 34-yard line. And the snap high to the punter again, and he gets it off, and that one's going to be shanked over to the left side as I think I may have got Grandma over there in York's cheering section on that one. Going to be 1st and 10 now for the Dragons, and we'll see where they mark it. And they're going to mark it at the 49-yard line. You know, I'm not sure on these. That's the second one that has kind of been a funny mark. I mean, York will take it because it's right at midfield, actually, just on York's side of midfield. But it's going to be 1st and 10 now, Dragons from the 50-yard line. If the Dragons can punch it in here and get a score and the extra point, that's going to make it a 35-point game, and that means that, or actually, it'd be 30. let's see, 27-34 if they can get it. And now York's going to take it, and this time it's going to be sacked as York. That one looked bad from the start. As look at number 5 in there for York at quarterback. And York's got a new quarterback in there. I don't have a number 5 on my roster for York. So we're going to have to check to see who that is as York brings in some new kids now. Strong at quarterback. Isaiah at quarterback. Isaiah Strong. This time back, he runs into a player and drops the football, and it's still on the field. And I'm not sure. Cannon County comes up with it, so York fumbles it away. York fumbles it, and Isaiah Strong, a couple of tough handoffs as Strong can't get it done and turns it over. And Cannon County now with the football. I thought York might go for the juggler if they could get it that time, but York brought in some younger kids, and they turn it over. There are 2 back-to-back miscues by Strong as he struggled to handle a lot of football. It'll be 1st and 10 lines now at the 47 of York. One of their better starting positions. York kind of surprised didn't go for the juggler there, trying to get up by 35 and get this game rolling a little bit. And now it's going to be Cannon County with the football. Parrish will go under center. Parrish takes a snap. He's looking, going to throw one out. Got a man out there, but overthrows him by a few yards, so it's going to bring up 2nd and long. That time, Matt Murdoch running right along with him. And that's going to make it 2nd and 10 for the Lions.
Intended for number 25, Ty St. John.
Trying to get that to St. John. He was open, but couldn't get connected and a little too far. And that's going to bring 2:14 left to go in the quarter, and Cannon County with the football and dragging territory. York bringing in a new quarterback, Isaiah Strong. He dropped the football twice, lost the second one. And so now York with 2:14 left to go in the half is going to see Cannon County come up with a 2nd and 10. Back in the shotgun goes Parrish. Got 2 men back there with him. Takes a snap. He's rolling to his left. Still rolling. Throws this one out. Got a man out there. We got a flag on the field as I believe that was called there by Litchford. Court Litchford made the reception, but there was a flag on the play, and we'll see what the call was. As the officials coming over talking it over. Holding against York, so York holding on that one. That'll give enough yardage for the first down. And now Cannon County will get the first down. And a good play by Litchford coming up with the catch. Sliding and making the play. Should be 1st and 10 for the Lions. As they will get it from the spot of the foul. That is the 44-yard line, so I'll take it all the way down to the 34-yard line. Cannon County with a 1st and 10 now at York's 34-yard line. We got 2 minutes, 7 seconds left to go here in the first half. Now the snap back quickly to Parrish. Parrish looking, he's going to send one down the sideline. Got a man out there overthrown as he was looking for Litchford. Johnson was running with him, but he actually had a step on Johnson. Going to make it 2nd down and 10 for the Lions. York kind of surprised they didn't. They pulled Lefew. I'm not sure. Hopefully Lefew isn't injured or anything. We don't. See him out there on defense either. So we'll have to check on that at half. He may be injured. I'm not sure. But he comes out of the game and he's not out there for defense either. So we'll see what the word is on him at halftime. As Parrish now will send Litchford in motion. Snap low, and this time Parrish going to keep it himself, and he's going to be hit and driven back as Headings drives him back and plants him as the jackhammer with a big stop there. And a kid, folks, just did. I guess Josiah Headings, the story of the season for York, had never played organized football before this season. This is his first ever year in organized football, and he leads the team in tackles for losses, and sacks. So this young man is definitely
tackled by number 40.
Phenom is the only way you can say it. You can say he's a phenom, as it's going to be 3rd and a dozen now for the Lions. He'll come up with with a minute 13 and 72 seconds left to go here in the first half. Cannon County in 4-down territory, I'm sure, here. As they will bring Parrish back in the shotgun. Parrish waiting on the snap. Gets the snap, fakes it, rolls it out to his right. Throws it out, got a man wide open at the 26-yard line. Breaks the tackle, still on his feet. Down the sideline is brought down finally at about the 9-yard line. Hill with the reception as Hill come out of the backfield and is drugged down. And now Cannon County going to have to hurry as Hill looks like he may be a little slow getting up, and Hill he's grabbing that leg. He was brought down hard on the way down. He is limping a little bit as well, and he's going to go and lay down, and he is hurt. Hopefully not hurt bad, as this young man playing here in his last game of the season. And the Cannon County now is going to have it first and goal from the 10-yard line. They're right on the 10. So it's first and goal for the Lions. And we got 42 seconds left to go in the first half. We're trying to stop this drive by Cannon County. First and goal for the Lions. It'll be Parrish to bring it up.
Catch and run by Hill. Here's the Lions at first and goal.
Parrish first and goal from the 10. Takes the snap, hands it off to Williams. Williams going to go right side. He slips and falls as he gets to a 5-yard line. And 14 seconds. Cannon County going to have to hurry to get this last play off or call timeout. They are going to call timeout. Timeout with 14 seconds left to go here in the first half. It is York 33, Cannon County 6.
Streaming, surfing, and staying connected is more important than ever. You need a reliable broadband connection that moves as quickly as you do. Twin Lakes is here to get you and keep you totally connected with broadband speeds up to 1 gig. That's 1,000 megabits per second. Plus, the more you bundle, the more you save. To learn more, stop by any of their 7 local offices or visit them online at twlakes.coop.
Well, Cannon County will have it second and goal from about the 6-yard line or so as we get back underway here in just a moment. They took a timeout. Only 14 seconds, so not a lot of time left to go in this half for the Lions as they try to get back to within. They're right now down by 27. They could get back into down by 20 if they can score here and get the extra point. Maybe even 19 if they go for the 2-point conversion. Second and goal now as it's going to be Parrish in the shotgun. He's got it split out wide to the left and wide to the right, 2 to each side. And he's got the man in the backfield. I believe that's backfield's Hill. And they will get set. Got a man in motion. Snap. He's looking. He's going to throw one out to the corner, and that one is almost. Is it caught? Touchdown Lions. Great catch out there by the receiver as that was number 7 for the Lions. That was a great catch there by number 7. And great catch there by the Lions as that's going to be the second touchdown of the night, and a great catch in the corner over there. They just kind of threw it up to him. He was able to go up and get it, and that was 7 seconds to go in the quarter. It's a 20-point ball game. And he can cut it now. Actually, it should be 33-12. They missed the extra point. They gave him 13. Now they're going to pitch it up and try for the 2-point extra point. Picked up by York, and that's going to do it. As that's can't advance that, and York is a good thing because Cade Brandon had nothing but green in front of him. So now it is 33-12 as York leads it. You're in 7 seconds left to go in the first half.
There's a panic at the dealership. Sharice here from Casey's Frontier Chevrolet. I've added too many cars to my cart and now my lot is overrun. It's an inventory apocalypse. So right now, I'll give you up to $6,000 off any nicer, newer car on the lot. Does your credit score scare off other dealers? Don't boo-hoo. We've got you. Our For the People credit approval process takes the nail-biting out of car buying. And with up to $6,000 off, it won't last long. Check us out at CaseyChevy.com. We're the dealership in the cow pasture.
Credit requires bank approval. Vehicle purchase price affects actual discount. Negative equity may be refinanced. Offer absolutely ends October 31st, 2017.
33-12 the score. They got 33-13 on the scoreboard, but they did not get either of their extra points. So it's 2 touchdowns. It should be 33-12, a 21-point York lead. And York with 7 seconds left to go in this first half. Probably going to go to the halftime with a lead of that 33-12, barring some big play on the kickoff return. Back is Rexroad and Drake deep. And the kick is going to be an onside kick. Gets through the first man, picked up by the second man. He goes straight ahead to the 50-yard line. So York will have 4 seconds to work with at the 50-yard line. And we'll see who comes out at quarterback for the Dragons. They brought Isaiah Strong out last time. I'm wondering if Lefew might have been injured, because we thought York might go for the juggler on that last one to try to get up by 35 and get that running clock and get out of here early. We'll see who comes out at quarterback for the Dragons. Cade Brennan with a return right up to the 50-yard line. He called the onside kick and took it right straight back up the field and got to the 50. And looks like Lefew's coming back out there, and he looks to be okay. I'm not sure why he wasn't out there the last possession. Cooper going to come off the field. And York will have about 1 play before halftime. We'll see if they try to air it out. Now, I'm not sure where Drake's going. Drake ran up and was going to set up at about the 46 of the Cannon game, but he's got to back up to the 50 as it's 50 yards for the touchdown, and we'll see it'll be under center. Going is Lefew. 4 seconds left to go. Takes the snap. Hands it off to Rexroad. Rexroad cuts back inside. He'll get up to the 44, and that's going to do it for the half. Halftime of this one, and at the half, it is York 33, Cannon County 12.
As a former educator and now York County executive, J. Michael Cross is a proud sponsor of the York and Clark Range sports programs. His passion for the betterment of Fentress County, his vision and determination are all evident in his life. He has plans to see the people of Fentress County prosper by making wise use of every available resource. And J. Michael Cross has the wisdom to keep his ear tuned to the needs of the people.
When it comes to watching sports, there's no telling what you'll hear.
No!
But when you order Pizza Hut for the game, you know exactly what you'll hear.
What the? Oh, that looks fantastic.
Your favorite pizza.
Ooh.
Those awesome wings.
What?
Plus sides and desserts.
Yeah.
All waiting at pizzahut.com. So order now, because no one out-pizzas the Hut.
Huh. What game?
Product availability, prices, participation, delivery areas, and charges and minimum purchase required for delivery may vary. Delivery charges not a driver tip.
Dr. William Allen at Jamestown Family Chiropractic has been providing chiropractic care for equestrians for many years. From injuries, skeletal misalignments to balance and posture, Dr. Allen knows that chiropractic care can improve the equestrian's overall wellness. Whether it's work or hobby, Jamestown Family Chiropractic can help you establish and maintain a healthy, pain-free lifestyle. Call them today at 879-8931.
Coach Charles Vaughn, 17 years of coaching. He took his team to the state playoffs and led them in multiple district and bowl championships. His life modeled teamwork, integrity, and hard work. I'm Joy Vaughn, and this man not only was my dad, but he was my coach. I grew up learning these values, and they are a large part of what Meadowthrift Pharmacy is founded on. Come out and support our 2017 York football team.
And back here at halftime, where York has a 33-12 lead in this ball game. And this one, as we said, York a win. They've secured themselves a home berth in the playoffs next week. A loss, and they could drop all the way to third. So right now, York in command of this one. And I thought they might go for the juggler earlier, but they brought out a new quarterback, and Strong had a little bit of trouble handling the football. And then Cannon County got it. Now they punched it in, and it's back to a 21-point ball game. It's time Time now for the, coming up in just a moment, we'll have the Ben Franklin halftime stats. As, let's see, is that our, yeah, that's our halftime stats. We'll be back after this word from old Ben Franklin Ford. Remember, folks, Fords are cheaper in the country.
Hello, folks. Bruce Babb, GM, Old Ben Franklin Ford in Wartburg, Tennessee. It's fall time in Tennessee, and our prices are falling. We have over 10 cars, trucks, and SUVs for under $10,000. We have the all-new 218 F-150 Ford truck in stock, and we have several 2017 F-150s with up to $14,400 in savings. Fall is SUV season at Ford, and we have a great selection of Escapes, with up to $6,400 in savings or $299 per month. Remember, Fords are cheaper out in the country. Give us a call, 1-877-NEW-FORD, OpenFranklinFord.com.
And back here at halftime where York leads at 33-12. Let's take a look at our Ben Franklin old time, or old Ben Franklin, our old Ben Franklin old time. It's old Ben Franklin Ford halftime stats. Remember, folks, Fords are cheaper in the country, so go check them out over in Wartburg and get you a Ford at a great price. Let's take a look at our halftime stats. As far as first downs, York has 5, Cannon County has 5. Rushing yardage, York 149 to Cannon County's 51. Passing yards, York has none. Cannon County 35. York has not even attempted a pass, while Cannon County is 3 of 13 on the night. And total offensive plays and yards, York 149. Cannon County 86. Cannon County's really not had that bad of stats against York, but the fact is York's had it a couple of times pretty much in the red zone as they started the plays deep in Cannon County territory and got some big plays. So that's that big fumble recovery as York's lost 4 fumbles, or they had 4 fumbles and lost 2 of them. Cannon County had 1, lost 1, but that one was by the punter in the end zone, and York got a touchdown on that one. Let's take a look at some stats as far as individuals for the Dragons. Heath Rexroth with 73 yards and a half. Ethan Probst 39, Cole Cooper 20, and Landrick Lefew 19. For Cannon County, Litchford has 45. Cole Hill has 19, 17 for Williams, and Charlie Parrish a minus 12 has struggled a bit. But passing, Parrish has 35 yards, and throwing the football, Cole Hill has a 26-yard reception. Love has a 6, and Litchford has a 3. Now, as we said, time of possession has been all Cannon County. They had it 15-38. York had it 8-22, but York scored on, once they had almost scored on the opening kick or punt as they took it back to the 2-yard line, then fumbled it away. And York, a couple of miscues, or this game could be even farther than what it is right now. Could be even a bigger deficit. But right now, York leads it by 21 here at the half. Scoring, Rexroth a 9-yard run. Then Josiah Headings with a fumble recovery in the end zone for make it 14-0. Then Lander Lefew a 2-yard run. The extra point was good, 21-0. Cannon County Litchford a 45-yard run. The 2-point conversion failed. It was 21-6. Then York's Rexroth a 40-yard run. West missed the kick. It was 27-6. Then York Rexroth a 5-yard run at the 5:28 mark. Yohan West missed the extra point. It's 33-6. Then Wade Love a 6-yard pass from Charlie Parrish, and the extra point was no good, and it's 33-12 is our halftime score. York on top in this one, a game York really needs. So we'll see if they can hold on to that lead and pick up a big region win. If they do, we'll be at home next week for round 1 of the playoffs. Well, we're going to take a timeout now. Our halftime stats brought to you by Old Ben Franklin Ford. And right after this word from Old Ben Franklin, we'll have some music to take us up till the end of the half. And we'll be back at the start of the second half after we tell you the score. It's York 33-12, halftime.
100% of the way. Good luck to all the area teams. Play tough and play fair. And remember, when it comes to helping you with your banking needs, we're First Volunteer Bank, the bank with personality. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Grundy County 20-0. Looking over to Region 3A, it is Sweetwater falling to Signal Mountain. Signal Mountain all over Sweetwater, 26-3.
Summer has sadly come to an end.
So that's going to be a big win for Signal Mountain.
Around the corner.
They could finish 4th ahead of Sweetwater. Sweetwater be be
Well, now's the perfect time to kick off that cold sweat and invest in a new top-of-the-line heating
Here we go,
system.
second half,
Now
ready to get
until the end
underway.
of November, you
It'll
can
be
save up
Cannon
to
County to kick it away.
$16.50 and carry your cool cash rebate.
Brooks got the good hands
season to
people up
save on
front. The
quality
kick's
is
going to be
now.
another on the
Call
slider, and that was
Condition
picked off
Heating
at the
today to
50
schedule
and
your
taken down all the way to the
Carrier.
35-yard line. And that looked like it was within 10 yards. As I'm not sure what Brandon was doing. Brandon saw that one coming at him and just let it go, and Cannon County picks it up.
There's nothing
And
like
the line's going to
football.
get it. I don't think they
Lights,
can
cheers
advance
of the
the
crowd,
onside kick,
and
but
getting
they
a
did
chance
get
to
it.
see our local athletes and kids give it all
So
they've
first and
got.
10, Cannon County,
Come to a game.
it went 10 yards.
Support our local
And Brandon, that time it was going for Brandon. Brandon just let it go, and Cannon County picked it
Federally
up.
insured by
And the line's got it
NCUA.
first and 10.
Online
and
at
this game's not over. It's a
ucfcu.org.
21-point York lead. But York can't
My
have
husband
many
Mark
plays
and I
like
are
that,
huge
or it's
fans
going
of
to
the
be
DQ
a
5
long
buck lunch. It's a
second
home meal
half.
plus a
As
sundae
they just
for
watch
just
that one
$5.
go right
We
by
each
them,
got
and
chicken
they
strips,
can't
fries,
get
and
it
a
pick
drink
it
plus
up.
a sundae.
First
Talk
and
about a
10
full
line
tray.
just
Plus a
inside
sundae.
your
That's some
territory.
sweet math.
At
Plus
about
a
the
sundae.
49 and a half yard line.
I say
First and 10, Cannon
Actually,
County.
it's
They
not
trail
just
by 3
math. It's
touchdowns.
Vanonomics. Come in for the
Cannon
DQ 5
County's
buck lunch and
almost
get your choice
exclusively
of one of
kicking
3
onside
entrees,
kicks.
fries,
So
and a
York
drink
tries to get
plus a
some good hands
sundae, all
people
for $5.
up front there and
Only
start
at your
getting some of
DQ.
those football.
This is fan food, not fast food.
Now it'll
For
be
limited
Parrish
time only at
in the
participating
shotgun.
locations,
Parrish
excludes
takes the
taxes.
snap, hands it to Williams. Right side, he goes straight ahead.
Vintage
Bangs for
Farmers
about
Co-op,
3
happy to be a
yards.
proud sponsor of York Dragon football. We
Gonna
wish
make
you
it
a
second
winning
and 7.
season. Every game is a success when you have played your
York,
best.
in
Vintage
the
Farmers
stock
Co-op
here.
bringing you quality products from feed,
Now, as
seed,
we
and
said,
fertilizer
some
to
scores
automotive,
earlier,
animal
it
health,
was
and pet
at the
products
half,
to
Joe
gas,
Burns all
diesel,
over
and
the
propane,
Bobcats
to
because
clothing
Joe
and
beat
boots for the
Gosman
family
getting
and the gift
hammered
shop.
up at Joe
All
Burns.
this and much more.
28 to
Vintage
nothing
Farmers
at this
Co-op,
point.
1219 Old
And as
Highway
we said,
127
Smith
South.
County all over
Jamestown.
Grundy
Go
County.
Dragons!
It looks like if they can hold on, they can win. And
When it
if,
comes to a
Swansea
state
County can't win,
representative, actions
Smith
speak
County
louder
be your
than
number
words
one
is
seed out of
representing
this
John Mark
region.
Wendell's motto.
And now it'll be
John
back in the
Mark has been a
shotgun.
majority floor
goes the
leader,
quarterback,
a
Parrish.
member of the
Parrish
House Transportation,
takes down. He's going to
Agriculture,
throw one
and Natural
down,
Resources
and
Committees.
York's going to be
Locally, he's
and
been a
coming
real
away with a great
state
catch there,
for York
and into the
yesterday.
end zone for the Lions.
Kickers hasn't been shown, then it's John Mark.
And that
So when it
was
comes to state representatives, I guess actions do speak louder
and
than
Cannon
words.
County, St. John with a catch, and the Cannon County Lions with a touchdown pass, and the Lions right back in this one.
Right turn
And they call
only.
pass interference
Exit
against
here.
York because Murdoch
With
was
some
all over the
signs,
receiver.
it's clear what
But
you're
just an
supposed to do.
outstanding catch on that one
warning
as
signs
he
aren't
takes it
always
on
this
into the end
obvious.
zone for the
They can
touchdown.
feel like
And
arm
now
pain,
the Lions are
nausea,
back to
dizziness,
within,
shortness
if
of
they hit
breath,
this extra
fatigue.
point, 14-point
you
ball game,
experience
only a
the
2-touchdown
warning signs,
score.
call 911.
And York better be ready for an
Know that at
onside
Genova
kick this
Healthcare,
time. I bet
we're
they will
here to
be.
help when you need us.
As it's going to be Cannon County going for 2. Parrish in the shotgun.
Summer has sadly
Parrish
come to an
takes the
end.
snap,
Cold
drops
weather
back,
is just
looks,
around
going to
the
throw
corner.
one across
Are
the
you
slant in the
wondering
middle.
if
That's
the
good.
system will
2-point
survive the
conversion
winter?
is good, and it's
Well, now's the time to kick off that
33-20
cold sweat
as
and
Cannon
invest in
County
a new
gets a
top-of-the-line
quick score to
heating
start the
system.
second
Now
half.
until the end of November, you can save up to $16.50 and carry your cool
There's a
cash
panic at the
rebate.
dealership.
The
Sharice here
season
from
to save
Casey's
on
Frontier
quality
Chevrolet.
is
I've added too many
now.
cars to my
Call
cart, and now my
Condition
lot is
Heating and Cooling
overrun.
today
It's
to
an
schedule
inventory
your free
apocalypse.
quote.
So right
Carrier,
now, I'll give you up to
turn to
$6
the
grand off
experts.
any nicer newer car on the lot. Get your credit score scare off other dealers. Don't boo-hoo. We've got you. Our For the People credit approval
As a
process
former
takes the
educator
nail-biting
and now
out of
York
car
County
buying. And with up to
executive,
$6
J.
grand off,
Michael
it won't
Cross
last
is a
long.
proud
Check us out at
sponsor of the York and
CaseyChevy.com.
Clark
We're the
Range
dealership in the cow
sports
pasture.
programs. His passion for the betterment of Fentress County, his vision and determination are all evident in his life. He has plans to see the people of Fentress County prosper by making wise use of every available resource. And J. Michael Cross has the wisdom to keep his ear tuned to the needs of the people.
So Big Mo's found a new home as Cannon County Lions after the onside kick, and I guess they're going to penalize York. York for that penalize York pass interference on the kickoff, and that means the kickoff's going to go from the 45-yard line. And if York's up, guys aren't ready this time, Coach Derwin Wright may go ballistic here, folks, as it's been onside kick, and onside kick. And why wouldn't you onside kick here? You're at the 45-yard line. It's going to be at worst York getting into the 35. So we'll see what Cannon County does right here. And Cannon County going to kick it away, and this one's going to be a little squibber, and that pooch will be caught, dropped, and picked up by Johnson. Johnson backpedaling all the way to the 16-yard line. So York special teams taking a good nap here in this second half. They let an onside kick go right through, and now the pooch kick, they get dropped all the way back to the 16-yard line as Johnson had to go back and make the over-the-shoulder catch, and then took it back and dropped all the way back to the 16-yard or 15-yard line. Williams on the stop, and now York with their first down of the second half. And we'll see what York does here. And so now it's going to be York with the football as Lefevue comes back in the game. Not sure why he was out earlier. They're going to pitch it to Rexroad left side. Rexroad trying to get outside. Rexroad around the side. Rexroad's got some running room, and the Rex Rocket kicks in the extra gear. He's headed for pay dirt. Look out, it's a touchdown Dragons. Rexroad with a big run and a flag on the field down here at the 20-yard line, and they look like they're going to back that one up. York called for a hole, and Rexroad kicked in that one. Rexroad would have went over 1,000 yards with that run, but now he's going to be brought back, and York another penalty. York's had 2 turnovers, 2 penalties. They let a onside kick go through. They've also struggled in the second, about the end of the second quarter on. They've not played very well, and now we see York backing up. Boy, that and this was on this side of the field. Rexroad to the far side of the field. Probably didn't even have anything to do with the play, but it's going to cost York as now what was an 85-yard touchdown run is negated by the penalty. And York will be backed up probably to, looks like about, see where they're going to mark them at. They're going to mark them all the way down inside the 10 at the 9-yard line. So that was actually cost them 6 points and about 10 yards. York with the holding penalty, and now we'll see what the Dragons can do. Lefevue back in under center. Got a man in motion. He's going to fake it to Rexroad, going to take it right up the middle, and Rexroad, or I should say Lefevue, going to get a couple of yards. Not anywhere close to the first down. It's going to be, they need to get out to about the 25-yard line.
Combining on the tackle.
York had a big run there by Rexroad that was taken off the scoreboard. As Rexroad got outside, and nobody was going to catch him when he kicked in the Rex Rocket, and he was on the road to a touchdown, and somebody on the far side of the field held. So now it's going to be York with a second and about 15 for the first down. York with a second and 15 as they'll bring it up. They're going to pitch it out this time to Probst. Probst going to break one way. Probst up to the 20. Probst going to lower his shoulder, gets all the way to the 30-yard line, and that's going to be a 1st and 10 for the Dragons as the Beast gets about 17 on the carry. Needed 15, got 17. And it's going to be 1st and 10 as the Beast gets the first down for the Dragons. And now we'll see what York does now. And it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Dragons. They're going to mark it to 29, but he got the first down by about a yard as he got enough for the first down. 16-yard gain. Needed 15, got 16. And now back in under center goes Lefevue. Got Rexroad in motion, going to hand to Rexroad left side. Rexroad cuts back inside. Rexroad breaks a tackle, breaks another tackle. One man to beat, and he's brought down the 30-yard line. The Rex Rocket just had one man to beat, and he gets knocked down at the 30 of Cannon County. Going to be 1st and 10 Dragons as Rexroad that time no holding call, so he's going to get a big chunk of change on that one. And Rexroad getting very close to 1,000 yards on the season. He had at halftime 949. Probst had 958, so both of them are very close to 1,000 yards on the season. We'll see if either one can break that here tonight, break that mark, or both can. Up come the Dragons, who got Lefevue under center. This is where they like to go to Cooper up the middle. We'll see here. Got Johnson most. They're going to get Johnson left side. Johnson going to cut back inside. He's tripped up at about the 24-yard line. at about the 4-yard. Going to be second and about
5 for a gain of 5.
So make it second and 5 as they give him a nickel on that one.
The Dragons.
8:40 left to go here in the third quarter. Cannon County came out with the onside kick, got it, and then took it down and got a pass play in the end zone, and they've cut this to a 13-point ball game. And now here come the Dragons marching back the other way. It will be under center Lefeview. It will be Lefeview. Takes the snap, got Johnson in motion. Gives it Johnson again. He'll cut back inside. Johnson cuts back, breaks the tackle. He's down to about the 11-yard line. Going to be 1st and 10 for the Dragons in the red zone, as they will be down now at about the 11-yard line. 1st and 10 Dragons. They can get a first down without scoring. They can get to the 1-yard line. York trying to get the momentum back on their side. As a couple of onside kicks by Cannon County has really thrown the Dragons here. Lefeview under center. Got Johnson in motion. They're going to give it to Cooper. Cooper bounces outside, breaks the tackle. He's headed into the end zone for a touchdown, Dragons. Dragons with a touchdown, and they go up now 40-20. If they can get the extra point, they'll go back up by 20. But right now it's a 19-point lead for the Dragons, 39-20, and they will kick the extra point. Cole Cooper with a good run that time, broke a couple of tackles and just took it in. And good to see the Cole train back on the field. They was afraid he wouldn't play tonight because of a knee injury, but he does, and he gets in. And now York going to go for 2. You're going to go for the 2-point conversion, as up will come Lefeview. Got one in the backfield, got a man in motion. He's going to take him, throw it out across the middle. What a catch! That time by the jackhammer. He one-handed it, and Josiah Headings with the catch, and the Dragons get the 2-point conversion. It's 41-20. York. It's 41-20. York.
When it comes to watching sports, there's no telling what you'll hear.
No!
But when you order Pizza Hut for the game, you know exactly what you'll hear.
What the? Oh, that looks fantastic.
Your favorite pizza.
Ooh.
Those awesome wings.
What?
Plus sides and desserts.
Yeah.
All waiting at pizzahut.com. So order now, because no one out-pizzas the Hut.
Huh. What game?
Product availability, prices, participation, delivery areas, and charges and minimum purchase required for delivery may vary. Delivery charges not a driver tip.
Well, York's Josiah Headings with a heck of a catch there as he reached back to drag that one in, and the Dragons now go up by 21. It's 41-20. 7:50 left to go here in the third quarter, and it will be, looks like Probst's back to kick it off. Probst's going to kick it away. Cannon back to receive, and the kick's going to be toward the left side, taken by the up man at the 25. He's looking for some room, nowhere to go. Gets drugged down at about the 37-yard line. Now we're going to have a flag against York. And York may have just got an unsportsmanlike penalty. I'm hoping that will... I'll see what they call. I believe they're going to call an unsportsmanlike penalty. If they do, it's going to go.
Gives the Lions first down at their own 29. There's a flag on the play.
And let's see. That looks like Brandon may have got it. Brandon, unsportsmanlike conduct gets the penalty.
Conduct penalty against the Dragons.
Cade Brandon, that time, I don't know if he's still upset about not getting that kickoff earlier or what, but he gets the penalty there, and that's going to give the Lions 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line, their own 44, and here come the Lions. We got 7:43 left to go here in the third quarter, and Cannon County with the ball now trailing by 21. 41-20 your score. Snap back and looking, throwing across the middle and caught. No, it's dropped. They dropped it at the last minute as that one almost had to catch. Good throw that time by the quarterback, Parrish. He hit the man, and Litchford couldn't hang on. Litchford let it slip away out of his hands, and it's going to be 2nd and 10. That was a good-looking throw from Parrish, though. Hit him right in stride, but Dragons hit him right as he caught the ball, and he drops it. So now it's 2nd and 10 now for the Lions. So now we got 7.5 minutes left to go in the third quarter. York up by 21. And here come the Lions. It will be back in the shotgun. Goes Parrish. Parrish takes the snap, hands it out this time to Williams. He is chopped down. Good job by the Dragons as Probst come in and tripped him up.
On the carry.
Probst with the tackle. Going to be about a half a yard loss, it looks like. Now they're going to mark it right at the line of scrimmage. So he got back to the line of scrimmage. Going to be 3rd and 10 for the Lions. And Parrish will come back in now with the play. York on top by 21. Now, we did know that Smith County was winning at the half 20-0, and it was Sequatchie County on top 14-7 at the half over the Upperman, I should say, over Sequatchie 14-7 at the half. So that's a game York are keeping an eye on as well. And now the Lions to drop back. They're going to use the end around again. They got some running room. It's a big run again, and they're met at about the 45-yard line was Litchford, and it's going to be enough for the first down. And there's that end around again, and that time Rexroad just stood him up after he got the first down and drops him down, and now it's going to be a 1st and 10 Lions. And now it's 1st and 10 for the Lions. 6:35 left to go here in the third quarter. 21-point York lead. And the Lions will come up. Parrish will go under center. Got Hill, and he's got Williams in the backfield. Snap. They'll give it to Williams. Williams, a straight hit, gets forward, still on his feet, still breaks the tackle, almost got away, and then is brought down the 26-yard line as York tried to arm tackle him, and then somebody rode him down as they get up to the 26-yard line. 1st and 10. That's a good-looking run by Williams. Good to see his arm not bothering him as he come off earlier holding his arm, but that time just some hard-nosed running. And the Lions have got a 1st and 10 at the York 26.
To the Dragon 26.
26-yard line now, and 1st and 10 for the Lions. As Hill and Williams in the backfield. Under center goes Parrish. Takes the snap, hands it off to Williams. Williams over the left side, this time tripped up immediately by Josiah Headings as a jackhammer trips him up, gets a yard. 5:36 left to go here in the third quarter. Going to make it 2nd and 9. York got to watch that end around, as that has been a couple of big gainers for the Lions as they had that end around Litchford a couple occasions. So now it's going to be 2nd and 8. Up will come the Lions. Got Hill and Williams in the backfield. They'll take it. They'll hand it off around again. There goes Litchford over the other side. Litchford going to come back in, and he's going to be dropped there by Rexroad. Rexroad come up and drop him after about a 5-yard gain. That's going to make it 3rd and manageable. And, this is a 4-down territory for the Lions as they're down.
Taking the big tackle.
This it was Lefty on the tackle. Looked like Rexroad come up, but maybe it wasn't. It's going to be 3rd and 5 now for the Indians. Or for the Lions, I should say. I'm talking about Sequatchie County. I'm thinking Indians again. But it is the Lions with 3rd and 5 as they'll come up. Right down about the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. And under center goes Parrish. He'll drop back, and now we've got a penalty on the field, and that's probably a false start as I didn't see anybody jumping. Nope, it's going to be encroachment on York, so give them 5, and York just hands them a 1st down.
It's the Dragons.
And that should be enough for the 1st down from where it's at. It's going to be very close anyway. So now the Dragons, one of those hallmark moments there, they just gave them the best, and 1st down for the Lions. So the Lions now with a 1st and 10 at the York 16-yard line. 16-yard line. And as we mentioned, it was York looking ahead to the playoffs. You got Sweetwater was trailing Signal Mountain. Signal Mountain with a win will finish third, and Sweetwater will finish fourth, and that will decide who York will play if they finish in that number 2 spot. So now up will come Parrish. Parrish looks. Now he's going to throw it. He's got a man out there. He hangs that one up, and York's going to get a penalty on that one. I started to say I can call that one as I'm not sure. York's corner out here just tackled the receiver and way before the ball ever got there as they hung that one up, and York now going to get another penalty. And that one was just hung up there, and York getting the penalty on that one. It looks like for the Dragons, that's going to be Johnson. Johnson going to get the flag on that one. And that'll be a first down. There should be first down for the Lions. And that should take them down inside the 10. Should be first and goal at this point. And no, it's going to be close to a first down. That'd be a first down, but not quite a first down.
That's the distance to the goal.
So they get it down, and they've got about 2 yards to go for the first down. And it's going to be first and about 3.
First and goal.
It's going to be actually not first and goal. It's a first and about 3 for the Lions. Lions will come up. And they've got a first and 3 as they're marching again against the Dragons. Snap. Hand off to Williams. He is met and dropped by Probst as Probst wraps him up and Headings knocks him down along with Lefew, and they may have lost a couple of yards on that one. So now it's going to be second and about 4. They say he lost a yard on it. The Lions marching right back down the field. York come down and score, and then the Lions come right back, and they're trying to answer. Cut this back to a 2-possession ball game again. Lions playing very good here on senior night as the last game of the year. And the Dragons, of course, hopefully not overlooking and looking ahead to the playoffs because the Cannon County Lions ain't rolling over for nobody. As up will come the Lions, it's going to be Parrish. And now this will be an offside as the left guard jumped early on that one, went across the line. Going to back him up 5 yards, and that's something you don't want if you had it second and 3, making it second and 8. Second and 8 now for the Lions. And the Dragons will see them back it up. Cannon County playing very well on this last game of the regular season here for both teams. Also the last region game of the season. Cannon County wants their first win of the season. York trying to stay in a hunt for that top spot. They're going to hand out to Williams. Williams going to get caught from behind, maybe got a yard or 2. Going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
Williams on the carry.
3rd and about 6 for the Cannon County Lions. They get a first down if they can get inside the 5 or inside the 6. 2:28 left to go here in the third quarter. Cannon County trying to make this a 2-possession ball game. With 2:21 left to go in the game. Now the stack 3 in the backfield. They're going to hand it. No, it's going to be the Parrish, and Parrish going to slip and fall down. York gets a break there. Parrish dropped back to pass, and he slipped and fell all the way back to the 18-yard line. So that's going to make it a 3rd down and 3rd down or a 4th down and really long now. 19 for the Lions. And are they going to try? They may be going to try a field goal. They're bringing in a different unit now. No. They're going to start them. Yeah, they're going to try the field goal. As dropping back is the kicker, number 2. That is Lockhart. The is down, the kick is up, and it is no good. Just pulled it to the left with a $1:27 to go in the third. It's now 41-20. York. 41-20. York.
It's time to get out and support our local teams. Hall Family Pharmacy has all the gear you need to cheer on your favorite team. Our Jamestown store has the purple and yellow for York, and our Clark Range store is stocked up with the blue and gold for Clark Range. Oh yeah, there's plenty of orange from Volunteer Traditions and Give Her 6 at both locations to cheer on the Vols. We are proud of our sports families. It's fun and healthy to take pride in our state and our community, and we have all the equipment you need to look good and have a good time. Hall Family Pharmacy. Our family, your health.
York with the football. I took a timeout there. I forgot that they don't give them a timeout after they miss the field goal. So York with Rexroad on the carry picks up about 15, and Rexroad makes it a first down for the Dragons as they get a bang out 15. I think Rexroad got to be close to that 1,000-yard mark for the season. Now we'll see at the end of the game how many he has total, but looks like he has a shot to go over 1,000 here tonight. Probst also with that same shot. And now it's going to be Probst in motion. They'll give it to Probst right side. Probst coming up the right side. He's got a block around frame. Heads up to the 50. Cuts back inside down to the 40. Carries a couple plays. Still on his feet to the 30, to the 25, to the 20, all the way down to the 18-yard line. As that's why they call him the Beast, folks. He is just runs over and through people. Not a whole lot of finesse, but a whole lot of pain as he rolls through and gets it all the way down to the 19-yard line of Cannon County. And I'm pretty sure that's probably put him over the 1,000-yard mark on the season, as he had 9:58 at the half and had a couple good runs here in this one. And Rexroad's he had 9:49 at the half. So we'll see what they can do here. First and 10 for the Dragons. As we go to 36 seconds left to go here in the third quarter. And the snap, they're going to hand off to Rexroad. He'll bounce left side. Rexroad going to cut back inside. He's all the way in for a touchdown, Dragons. 19-yard run with 22 seconds to go here in the third quarter, and the Dragons go up 47-21. 47-20, I should say. York by 27. Looking for 28 if Johan West can hit the extra point. He's missed a couple tonight. West, you looking to make it a 28-point lead. The snap is down. The kick is up. The kick is good, and with 22 seconds in the third, it's now 48-20. York, 48-20.
The night just started, and your candy bowl is quickly emptying. What happens if you run out and those sweet trick-or-treaters turn on you? Are you ready? With a premium 2-gig kit from Twin Lake Security, we'll get you everything you need to guard your home if those sweet trick-or-treaters turn sour. Our 2-gig kit includes an interior siren, motion detector, door or window sensors, and more. Plus, monitoring starts at just $24.99 per month. Godspeed, Halloween door opener. We're here for you. To learn more, stop by any of our 7 local offices or visit us online at twlakes.coop. T insert number C-0026.
Well, just checking a score quickly, it's Sequatchie County trailing Upperman 20-14 in the third quarter. So York now takes a lead of 48-20, but Upperman is just trying to spoil York's party. They don't want York to be number one, evidently, and they want to be the third team in the district. Sequatchie County, they're being like the ugly girl of the party. They're trying to get out quick. As now it's going to be Probst kicking it off. Probst will kick it. He's going to onside kick, and that's a good job by the front man there with the onside kick as 35 come up with it. You know, that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to try to catch the ball. York did when they had the onside kick toward them. They did not even attempt to catch it. So good job that time by number 35. That is Dalton Morris with the pickup, and the Lions will have it first and 10 on their own 49-yard line. So great field position again for the Lions. We got 19 seconds to go here in the third quarter. York up 48-20. Cannon County, well, they're going to mark it right at the 50-yard line, so they give him even a better spot. And it's going to be first and 10 Lions at just inside their territory at the 50-yard line. And now Cannon County going to get somebody in late. And it'll be snapped. They're going to pitch it out to Williams right side. Williams going to cut back inside. Good running by Williams. Gets about 5, and that should do it for the third quarter. As he's going to pick up, well, they're going to say about 6. So second and 4 for the Lions, and we'll see if they try to get one off before the half.
to the 45.
Or before the end of the. No, he doesn't. We're through 3. End of 3. It is York 48, Cannon County 20. 48, Cannon County.
Dr. William Allen at Jamestown Family Chiropractic has been providing chiropractic care for equestrians for many years. From injuries, skeletal misalignments to balance and posture, Dr. Allen knows that chiropractic care can improve the equestrian's overall wellness. Whether it's work or hobby, Jamestown Family Chiropractic can help you to establish and maintain a healthy, pain-free lifestyle. Call them today at 879-8931.
Well, back here where York has a 48-20 lead here going into the final frame of this one. As I'm going to sign up a couple of these girls throwing this football here. I was wide open. Mingo, she hit the window. If I had the window, it might have been wide open on that one. But York with the lead now. But Upperman trying to spoil the party, folks. They're up 20-14 over Sequatchie in the 4th. And like I said, if Sequatchie loses to Upperman, they fall to 4th. Upperman moves to 3rd, and York will go in the number 2 seed. And they will host next week, but that means probably a road game coming up the week after if they can get past the home game. And now the handoff's to Hill. Hill goes, or make that, not Hill, but number 5, Williams, going to bang it ahead for a 6. Gets the 1st and 10. Bang it ahead for a 6. Some third down stats at the end of 3. York with 323 rushing yards, while Cannon County has 88. Rexroth with 151. Probst with 102. Probst definitely over 1,000 now. And Rexroth also over 1,000 yards. So we got 2 going over the 1,000-yard mark here tonight. Great job by the Dragons. 2 of the, what Coach White said he doesn't like the nickname Fab 4, but Fab 4. The Beast and the Rex Rocket now over 1,000 yards on the season now. Cannon County going to bring it up. He'll toss it out this time to Williams, and Williams is wrapped and stacked right at the 35-yard line, going nowhere. And that's going to be, he got about a yard on the carry, so we're going to make it 2nd and long. York looks like they are going to win this one, barring a major comeback by the Lions, but it ain't over with yet. And we still got 11 minutes, but York's up by 4 scores. And coming in now will be Parrish back up to, he's got the play. He'll come up to the line of scrimmage. Cannon County, not a quick team. They take their time getting up the line of scrimmage, and when you're down 28 points, 28 points, that's not good. And now the snap back. Parrish going to look to throw one out. He's got a man out there, and that one's incomplete. As Drake and Murdoch running right stride for stride with the intended receiver. Wade Love. They were trying to get to Love, but York was that time on it like a cheap suit, folks. They were all over it. And now with 10:29 to go, that'll stop time. 10:29 to go, that'll stop. In the 9-minute mark here at, or I should say 9 o'clock. We're a little past 9 o'clock, and we still got 10:29 left to go on this one. I hope somebody's at the station and get ready to do news when I get done here. As back will come Parrish. Parrish going to step up. Back will come Parrish. Parrish in the shotgun. Parrish got a man in motion. That's Litchford. Hands off Litchford. Litchford fakes the, now they toss it back, or the double in around. Now they can't come up with it, and now they finally do, but all the way back into their own territory at the 45-yard line. And folks, to say that was ugly, it would be a mild understatement, because they had the double in around, and they come around. Litchford had it, but he made the pitch and wasn't even close to the guy coming the other direction. And it rolls back into the backfield. The first guy missed it, and then the second guy comes up with it. And that could have been even worse than it was, but that's going to back him up. That's going to make it about 27 yards for the first down. Well, let me see, though. Yep, 27.
4th into Jamestown for the Lions.
Fourth into Jamestown, they said, for the Lions, and at least Manchester, folks. At least maybe McMinnville. They have to get to McMinnville for this one. Here goes the fourth down play as the Lions went steadily backwards on this one. They're going to hand it off. It's going to be the flea flicker, and now rolling out Parrish. He's going to throw one down there. That's up for grabs, and Lathan Drakes is going to come around with a grab. Lathan's going to bring back the other way. He's to the 45, to the 40, and he gets ran out of bounds at about the 34-yard line as Lathan Drake with the interception, and the Dragons going to have it 1st and 10 on the Lions 34-yard line. As that time the flea flicker, they handed off to Williams, and he tried to toss it back and threw in a one-hopper. Parrish, good job just getting it. And then he threw it, and he overthrew the receiver, and Lathan Drake got the interception. And now it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Dragons at about the 36-yard line of Cannon County. If York can score here, folks, that's 35, and get the extra point. That's the mercy rule. Then the clock will not stop. The last quarter here will go really quick if York puts up points here. 9:12 left to go in the quarter, and now it's going to be pitched out this time to Rexroad. Rexroad over the left side gets up to the 30, down to the 28-yard line before he's brought down. That was a great pitch by Lefevue, as he was just pretty much going down when he made the pitch. Good catch by Rexroad as well. They tried that earlier and had a couple of fumbles on it, so good job that time as they pick up 8. Going to be 2nd and a deuce now for the Dragons.
3 on the play.
It's going to be 2nd and about 2 for the Dragons. They picked up 3, but actually picked up about 8. And now it's going to be 2nd and 2 as the Dragons come up. Lefevue under center. Lefevue going to hand it off to Dow. That's going up the middle and tripped up. We'll see, that was on the carry. That was number 21, Cade Brandon, and Cade Brandon upended, but not before he picked up the 1st down. 1st and 10 now for the Dragons. Brandon, that's the first time we called his name on the offense tonight.
It's good for a Dragon.
York got it 1st and 10. The 20. York got it first. York with a 1st and 10 now is up will come Lefevue. With a 1st and 10 now is up. And this time you've got Lefevue coming up. We'll get under center. Got Rexroad in motion. Takes it out. Snap. Or make that Johnson. Johnson trying to bounce outside. Still looking to get outside. Got the 1st down, and Moore dives down to about the 9 or 11-yard line. Should be a 1st and 10 Dragons from the 11. Should be a 1st and 10. So York now with some of the younger kids is starting to substitute a little bit, getting some of these starters out. Don't want to get anybody hurt. That's the main thing for York. They don't want to get anybody hurt. So you may not see much more of Cole Cooper. You probably won't see any more Rexroad. And you probably won't see any more of the Beast in there. We still got, looks like, Cole Cooper in the backfield. As it'll be snapped, handed off. This time over left side, it's going to be Brandon banging down to almost the goal line. Brandon almost hit pay dirt, but just going to be right at the door. He knocked at the door, but nobody entering this time.
Tackled by Lucas Clark.
So Lucas Clark with the tackle, and York now is right at the door, just knocking it and knocking on the door, and York will come back up.
The 1-yard line, it's 1st and goal for the Dragons.
We see Murdoch checks into the ball game. Murdoch with that big size. York likes to throw that little lob to him. We'll see what they do here. York has not thrown the ball all night. Now a timeout called by York. Timeout on the field with 6:30 to go. York leads it 48-20. 48-20.
My husband Mark and I are huge fans of the DQ $5 lunch. It's a home meal.
Plus a sundae.
For just $5. We each got chicken strips, fries, and a drink.
Plus a sundae.
Talk about a full tray.
Plus a sundae.
That's some sweet math.
Plus a
sundae.
Yeah, a sundae. I say that a lot.
Got it.
Actually, it's not just math. It's Fanonomics. Come in for the DQ $5 lunch and get your choice of one of 3 entrees, fries, and a drink, plus a sundae, all for $5. Only at your DQ. This is fan food, not fast food. For a limited time only at participating locations, excludes taxes.
Well, the York Dragons are knocking on the door as they are right at the goal line. Cade Brandon got tripped up just at the goal line, and so now York will come up with a be first and goal from the 1, just inside the 1, actually right at the goal line, probably about the 1-inch line. Looks like the nose of the football's almost on the goal line. As York will come up. 6.5 minutes left to go in the ball game. Leftview will come up. Leftview. Got a man in motion. Going to hand it off up the middle and into the end zone. Goes big number 71. That's Jared Reed for the touchdown Dragons. Senior Jared Reed with the 1-yard dive, and the Dragons now lead it by a score of 54-20. And if they can get the extra point here, it will be for York a 35-point lead, and that means a running clock, folks, as the mercy rule will be in effect, and that'll make this last 6:30 go really, really quick. 6:30. Snap is down. The kick is up by West. The kick is no good as West missed it with 6.5 minutes to go. It's 54-20. York. 6.5 minutes to go. It's 54-20.
He's on the 30. He's on the 20. He's on the 10. It's a touchdown.
There's nothing like football. The lights, the cheers of the crowd, and getting a chance to see our local athletes and kids give it all they've got. Come to a game. Support our local schools. Upper Cumberland Federal Credit Union, a better way to bank. Federally insured by NCUA. Online at ucfcu.org.
Well, York missed the extra point, so it's a 34-point lead, and just missed having the running clock. So we'll see what Cannon County can do with it now. 54-20. York on top by 34. Looks like they're on the way to their 8th win of the season, and that's going to move them to 4-1 in the district if they can hold on to this one. Looks like it'd take a pretty good miracle right now for Cannon County to come back in this one, as it will be to kick it away. Johan West. West going to come up on it. He'll kick it, and it's going to be to about the 30-yard line. He'll hit, and it just stops. And now the return man going to bring back. Got some running room. He's trying to bounce it outside. Still looking, and we got a block on the back on Cannon County. As bringing him down was Johnson at the 40-yard line. But the rag on the field says block in the back. As yep, they're the official making the call. That'll back the lines back. Probably all the way down to about maybe the going to be a block in the back, so that will be probably about a 10 yards from where, depends on where they start to marking it off at. As York now with a 34-point lead. And York, had they had that extra point, this clock would be running right now. But either way, it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Lions. Looking probably at about the 25 or the 15-yard line will be where they'll start from. So deep in their own territory are the Lions with 6:16 left to go in the ball game. Actually going to mark it all the way back to the 14. So it's going to be 1st and 10 Lions at their own 14-yard line. York with the lead, and York, right now they are sitting at that number 2 spot. If Upperman holds on and wins, York will be number 2. If York or Upperman comes back, or Sequatchie comes back, and now the first handoff is going to be up to the 25. Going to be about an 11-yard gain, so the Lions get a first down. Good run by Williams.
Williams on the carry.
6 minutes to go in this ball game. York has missed 3 extra points in this one. Had some miscues, especially in their kicking game tonight. They've struggled in their kicking game tonight. And now with 6:08 to go, Cannon with the first down, they'll start the clock. And York, see Cannon County come to the line, got a 1st and 10. Back goes Parrish, snaps low, and the ball's on the ground, and it's still on the ground, and Parrish able to come up with it, but that's going to lose a lot of yardage. That wasn't Parrish's fault. That was a snap about his ankle, so he can come up with it low, and it's going to be 2nd and 17 now for the Lions. Lions take 2 steps forward and 3 steps back, folks. Kind of the Mariah Carey of this game here tonight. And it's going to be 2nd and 7 for the Lions. Parrish going to step back in the shotgun. Down to about 5 minutes left to go on this one. They fake the handoff. They're going to throw one out. Got a man out there and going up and got a catch. Great catch. Was he inbounds? Nope, he was out of bounds. That was a good catch, though, by the receiver to come up with it, but he was just out of bounds. And York's guy was right on him, but a great catch again by Cannon County's wide receiver, just too far out of bounds. And so now it's going to be 3rd down and 17 for the Lions. 5:08 left to go. That stops the clock. And right now, York would love to see that clock keep ticking. And had they been able to convert one of those extra points, it would still be ticking off. As up will come the Lions. Lions got it 3rd and 17. Snaps back. Parrish looking. He's going to throw one out again. And that one's going to hit incomplete. And no flag on the play. So that one a little short. That's going to make it 4th and 17, and Lions may go for it here. Really nothing to lose here at the 5-minute mark of the 4th quarter. Trailing by 34. Really nothing to lose in this one. The final game of the season. 09 season. So they see if they don't go for it here. That looks like they're going to. And why not roll them bones as you get ready for next year, and you'll see what you got. Now we're going to have a timeout called by Cannon County. Timeout on the field with 5 minutes exactly left to play. It's 54-20, York.
And Coach Charles Vaughn, 17 years of coaching. He took his team to the state playoffs and led them in multiple district and bowl championships. His life modeled teamwork, integrity, and hard work. I'm Joey Vaughn, and this man not only was my dad, but he was my coach. I grew up learning these values, and they are a large part of what Meadowthrift Pharmacy is founded on. Come out and support our 2017 York football team.
And back here where we're getting ready for Cannon County's got a 4th and long. Let's see here real quickly. I think it just went final. Smith County beat Grundy County 39-0. So Smith County is sitting right now looking at that number 1 spot if Sequatchie County can't come back and beat Upperman. But right now York with a 34-point lead, and now the snap back to Parrish. He's looking, and he is going to get rushed. Gets away from one, gets away from another, and it looks like he's going to get enough for the 1st down and more. He's up over the 40, the 45, out of the 50. Makes another good move now. Finally tripped up there by the Dragons, number 22, after the big run. Johan West actually tripping him up, as that was just kind of a broken play. He was looking to throw the ball, but couldn't get anybody open. Took off and picks up a great big chunk of yardage, and now it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Lions at the Dragon 41-yard line, or 39-yard line, I should say. Or 39-yard line. And Cannon County moving the football again. We got 4:16 left to go, and York now seeing Cannon County with a 1st down, as back goes Parrish in the shotgun, hands it off to Williams. Williams heads out to the outside. He's going to be knocked out of bounds at about the 31-yard line, short of about 1st down by about 2. Doing a little scoreboard watching here right now. Let's see if we can see some scores from tonight. We see at the moment, looking back up, Livingston knocked off Macon County tonight. Congratulations to Livingston Academy. And let's see, I'm trying to see if I can see a final on the games that are of interest to us. Region 3, it's going to be Brainerd beat McMinn Central. That doesn't matter. Signal Mountain all over Sweetwater. So it looks like Signal Mountain's going to be number 3 going into that one. And I don't see the other score now. Pass down. It's going to be Collins. Great catch in the end zone. Another great throw and a great catch by the Lions, and they'll put up some points. And it's now 54-26. Now 54. And Red Bank tonight with the win over Loudon. So Red Bank's going to be number 1. Red Bank number 1, and it's going to be number 2 will be Loudon. And it looks like it's going to be Signal Mountain number 3. It's going to be Signal Mountain number 3. As the extra point now by the Lions, as that was another great pass by the Lions into the end zone for the touchdown. And it's going to be to kick the extra point now. It's going to be Michael Lockhart. Lockhart going to try the extra point. Kick is up. The kick is good, and with 3:17 to go, it's now 54-26. York.
Ventures Farmers Co-op, happy to be a proud sponsor of York Dragon football. We wish you a winning season. Every game is a success when you have played your best. Ventures Farmers Co-op bringing you quality products from feed, seed, and fertilizer to automotive, to animal health and pet products, to gas, diesel, and propane, to clothing and boots for the family and the gift shop. All this and much more at Ventures Farmers Co-op, 1219 Old Highway 127 South, Jamestown. Go Dragons!
Well, back here where York just sees Cannon County score again through the air. The Lions, they may be 0-9 on the season, but they came here to play tonight, this senior night. And let's get somebody up front that's ready to catch the ball, folks, because you can pretty much lay money on Cannon County kicking the onside kick again with 3:17 to play in the ball game. And they're down now 54-27. And it will be Cannon County to kick it off. Cannon County will kick it away. Lockhart will do the kicking. 3:17 left to go in the ball game. Luckily, no rain tonight. We've got by without any rain tonight. That's a good thing. As going back to kick it will be Lockhart. I'll say that, and it'll start pouring here in this last 3 minutes of the ball game. There'll be some people kill me for that one. But anyway, it's going to be Lockhart to kick it away. York's got some folks up front that can put a hand on the ball and maybe come up with the onside kick if they try. And here comes Lockhart. I'm going to pooch kick this one, and it's going to hit and be taken by the back man, Rexroad. Rexroad trying to get outside. Gets around one, still on his feet. Rexroad up the sideline, kicking in the afterburners. Rexroad breaks the tackle, still on his feet, all the way to the 27-yard line. Great run by the Rex Rocket as we head under the 3-minute mark. And York will have it 1st and 10 in good territory once again in Cannon County into the field, well in the end of their field at the 27-yard line. Let's do some score watching again as we're trying to see if it's a final. Upperman has beaten Sequatchie County. Upperman going in number 3, and that one's a big one as that's going to make York, with this win, York still can do no better than the number 2 slot. So York is going to finish 2nd as Upperman comes up with a huge win here tonight. And Upperman on kind of a roll going into the playoffs. Now the handoff this time over the right side, and that is Miller, and Miller is going to go in for a touchdown, Dragons! Miller time as he rumbles in from 26 yards out, and the Dragons go back up now 60-27. York up by 33, and they may go for the 2 here to get that running clock. We'll see, but 2:04, it's a little late for that. As they've not had a good success, though, with their extra points. So we'll see what they do here. And now coming up under center for the Dragons. They got a new quarterback in. That is Holdren. And they're going to hand it off to Miller. Miller's in the end zone for a 2-point conversion with 2:04 to go. It's 62-27. York. 62-27.
My husband Mark and I are huge fans of the DQ $5 lunch. It's a home meal
plus a sundae
for just $5.
We each got chicken strips, fries, and a drink.
Plus a sundae.
Talk about a full tray.
Plus a sundae.
That's some sweet math.
Plus a
sundae.
Yeah, a sundae. I say that a lot.
Got it.
Actually, it's not just math, it's Vanonomics. Come in for the DQ $5 lunch and get your choice of one of 3 entrees, fries, and a drink, plus a sundae, all for $5. Only at your DQ. This is fan food, not fast food. For a limited time only at participating locations, excludes taxes.
Well, the Dragons go on top now by 35 with just 2 minutes to go in the ball game. York going to win this one, but a tough one for York. They're going to be the number 2 seed going in. Upperman tonight upsets Sequatchie County. Upperman with a back-to-back wins, as Upperman won last week, and then they pull off the win here tonight. And now Upperman going to go in the number 3 seed, while Sequatchie County falls to number 4. York will go in the number 2 seed, and Smith County, by virtue of their win over York, moves into that top spot. And York was a 2-point conversion away from being undefeated in the region earlier, as they fall to Smith County on a last-second 2-point conversion. And York now will be number 2 going in, and looks like they're going to be playing Signal Mountain, who was all over Sweetwater tonight, which surprisingly, Signal Mountain, a 3-6 team, all over the 6-3 Sweetwater team. And you're going to kick it off, and there's going to be a line drive off up man, and he'll drive down, trying to pick it up, still on the ground, and now the return man gets it up to about the 29-yard line. 62-27. York now will not see the clock stop, and we'll probably see some younger kids now for York coming in with not a lot left to play. We've got some clean jerseys, and that means younger kids. As in the game we see Mikey Whited in the ball game. Mikey Whited in the ball game. Also in the ball game is Holdren. Holdren played quarterback earlier in that last drive. Number 25 for the Dragons, that is Zach Gibson in the ball game. Number 14, which is Evan Tompkins, and we'll get some more here in a moment. Right now it's Cannon County with the football, and Cannon County in no hurry. Parrish just going to walk up and take his time. As we're going to get under the minute mark here. Now he drops back, looking. York getting some rush on him. Now York going to get him and sack him. He drops the football, and York comes up with it. York comes up with a loose ball as the Dragons get the turnover. And I believe that was number 27 for the Dragons. I couldn't see the number good, but I believe it was Jacoby Allen. Allen comes up with a loose ball, and York with 40 seconds will work it the other way, and York probably won't even have to snap it as the clock going to continue to run. And York going to pick up their 8th win of the season. They're going to go 8-2, 4-1 in the region. They're still going to be the number 2 seed going into the state playoffs next week, and will be at home against, looks like, Signal Mountain at this point. And Signal Mountain was on top of Sweetwater big in the 4th quarter. Now up comes Holdren. Holdren got a man in motion. He's going to hand it off. Up the middle goes the Dragons. And there goes another touchdown. Wait a minute. I got to do this right now. Touchdown Dragons, as I believe that was Brandon on the run. No, Lathan Drake on the carry. No, that's going to be Brandon. That's going to be Cade Brandon. As time expires, York goes up 68 to 27 as Cade Brandon gets that last one, and Cade with his first touchdown of the night, and that's your ball game. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back in a few minutes to talk with Coach Derwin Rod, and we'll also have our Progressive Savings Bank finals tonight. And it looks like we're having a little bit of technical difficulties getting our spots. There we go.
It's time to get out and support our local teams. Hall Family Pharmacy has all the gear you need to cheer on your favorite team. Our Jamestown store has the purple and yellow for York, and our Clark Range store is stocked up with the blue and gold for Clark Range. Oh yeah, there's plenty of orange from Volunteer Traditions and Give Her 6 at both locations to cheer on the Vols. We are proud of our sports families at each school. It's fun and healthy to take pride in our state and our community, and we have all the equipment you need to look good and have a good time. Hall Family Pharmacy, Our family, your health.
Streaming, surfing, and staying connected is more important than ever. You need a reliable broadband connection that moves as quickly as you do. Twin Lakes is here to get you and keep you totally connected with broadband speeds up to 1 gig. That's 1,000 megabits per second. Plus, the more you bundle, the more you save. To learn more, stop by any of their 7 local offices or visit them online at twlakes.coop.
Dr. William Allen at Jamestown Family Chiropractic has been providing chiropractic care for equestrians for many years. From injuries, skeletal misalignments to balance and posture, Dr. Allen knows that chiropractic care can improve the equestrian's overall wellness. Whether it's work or hobby, Jamestown Family Chiropractic can help you to establish and maintain a healthy, pain-free lifestyle. Call them today at 879-8931. Whether you're competing on the athletic field or working hard in the classroom, remember you have the support of First Volunteer Bank, the bank with personality. We're behind you 100% of the way. Good luck to all the area teams. Play tough and play fair. And remember, when it comes to helping you with your banking needs, we're First Volunteer Bank, the bank with personality. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
And now over and over, it's First Volunteer for you.
At MetaThrift, our main focus is on you and your health. That's why we work closely with your hospital, physicians, and other providers to help ensure that your care is coordinated and that you're with each other and with you. Because at MetaThrift, we're not just a pharmacy. We're part of your health care team. MetaThrift, your prescription for teamwork.
And welcome back, where York wins at 68-27. They're going to finish second in the region, however, though, as they fall, or as Upperman comes up and knocks off Sequatchie County. And that's a big loss for York, as they were going to go in the number 1 seed if Sequatchie County won or Smith County lost. But Smith County rolled tonight, and York comes up with a win. But Sequatchie County came up on the short end of a 21-14 score. Welcome to the Progressive Postgame Show. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back to take a look at our final stats. Plus, we'll talk with Coach Derwin Wright here in just a moment.
Cheer this year for all our school teams and activities. Get behind our local schools. Join the parent-teachers group and help improve the quality of education. Sponsor school activities. Go to a ball game, hear a concert, reach higher. Progressive Savings Bank, insured by FDIC.
Everything we do, it's true. We do for you.
Well, back here on the Progressive Postgame Show, as I'm not sure what we've got. Okay, we've lost our connection once again, it seems. So we have once again lost our connection. We will go back and see what we can do. We'll hopefully get our connection back here in just a second. Now we seem to have it back, hopefully, as York comes away with a huge win here tonight, as they're going to be the number 2 seed going into the tournament. That means they are going to be hosting round 1, but will be on the road. Or will not be on the road, but they will be at home on Friday night. As joining me, Coach Derwin Wright. Let me see if I can get this untangled, Coach. And hopefully, yeah, there we go. I'm having all kinds of internet trouble tonight, Coach. First of all, congratulations, a huge win here tonight. And let me see if I can.
I'm on.
Yeah, now you hear me.
Yeah.
Okay, congratulations on a big win here tonight. Your team. Let Cannon County come like they come to play. I mean, they wasn't like an 0-9 team.
Well, I told them coming all week that thought Cannon had some really good-looking kids and that they had some
had some weapons, and they just hadn't put it together. And I don't think they listened to me, and they come down here flat as they could be, and did not play well at all. Did not play well at all. But we managed to wake back up in the second half and get our offense going. And you know, and we're also a little banged up. We've not been banged up all year, and we've asked some guys to step in, and they stepped in scared in the first half, but by the third and fourth quarter came in and done some good things. So you know, got a win and learning experience, but they did what they had to do to have a chance to win the district. And unfortunately, Sequatchie dropped the ball on us. But you know, second place, an 8-2 record, and getting to host a playoff game, that's we would have took it at the beginning of the season. But you know, we've got to prepare and be more ready for it's for our seniors. We just told them, you know, it's you get 4 days of practice in the game, and the first one you don't prepare for, and you get beat, you're done. So we've got to prepare each week, and we got to get some guys well too.
Coach, we talked about it during the Trojan show this week. Hopefully this won't be a trap game. It got kind of looking that way early as Cannon County come out. They looked pretty decent. They had a few turnovers. You guys had a couple of turnovers as well.
Well, we started with the punt return, got down to about the 1 or 2 yard line, and you know, next play we fumbled the ball right back to them, and we just can't do. You can't do things like that, you know. Turnover category was horrible for us tonight. We turned the ball over 3 or 4 times. I'm not exactly sure how many, but way more than you should and be able to beat a team. But you know, we managed to get a win, so we've got to go from that. But you know, I told them, I said, I'll take an ugly win, but it was an ugly win, and our guys know it. And some of the seniors spoke up and said, we got to play better than this next week. We know we do. If we don't, we'll be beat and we'll be done. But you know, it's again, like you said, it was a trap game. We had coming off a huge win against Livingston down there, and came down here and thought we would just show up and win, and we had to wake up and play, Gary.
And Cannon County, you know, it's like we said, it's kind of like a playoff game. It's their last game of the season. Senior night, it's all they had left.
Well, and that's what I told our guys. They were going to give us everything they had. They were going. There's nothing for them to lose. They're going to lay it on the line, and they did. And you know, hats off to them. Those guys fought hard, and they didn't look like an 0-9 football team tonight. And I didn't think they did on film. I just think they've just had some missed assignments and turnovers and mistakes when you can't have them. And you know, we were falling right into that trap early, and we were doing the same thing, and then we woke up and played a lot better football.
Coach, your team, you had 2 of them go over 1,000 yards, not Probst and Rexroth with their performances not went over 1,000 yards, and that's good, 2,000-yard rusher.
That's tremendous. You know, there's not many teams with 2,000-yard rusher, and both of those guys are going to, you know, they just have a great season so far, and I just want to see them go deep in playoffs because they deserve to. And, you know, the offensive line has done a great job for them, and you know, just proud of them. And you know, we had one senior offensive lineman tonight, and we stuck him back there and gave him a chance on the 1 yard line to get one in, and he got a taste of that and got a score. So that's, you know, going to be a highlight for him. But you know, I'm proud of those 2 kids and the way they've worked and ran the ball and how they blocked for each other as well. But overall, I'm proud of that offensive line and the tight end and the job they've done up front.
Coach, Region 3A, I should say. They had a little bit of them upset tonight too. Signal Mountain went in and beat Sweetwater. Now
Signal Mountain lost their quarterback in the game back about week 4, and he's a player, and you know, he's back. He came back last week. We actually saw them play, and he's a good quarterback. You know, got some weapons to go with him, and so they came back. They had him full speed tonight, and you know, he did a great job, and they beat Sweetwater. So I felt like that would probably happen with that quarterback back, and so we've got to work cut out for us, and we got to do a good job in their passing game. And they're a spread offensive team, and you know, they've given us some fits at times this year, so we're going to have to be ready.
But Coach, the good thing is it's at home.
It is at home. That's absolutely right. So they got to come up on the mountain, and we'll have the 12th man there. And you know, we've had some guys that have worked and repaired our dragon, got it going, and we're excited about that. So hopefully everybody will be there for that first play playoff game, and hopefully it won't be the last playoff game at home. I hope our kids come out and prepare next week. You know, you win games on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, and you can't forget that. You win them on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday because you got to come out then Thursday and know you got to, as the saying goes, hay in the barn, and come out Friday, and then you got to execute on all 4 cylinders and get it done. But we need that 12th man again. I'm going back to that. I'm bouncing back to that because having a playoff game at home, let's pack that house.
Well, Coach, thank you for joining us. Congratulations on this win, and we'll be looking forward to that home cooking next week.
All right, Gary, thank you.
And that was Coach Derwin Wright as his boys here to win tonight, 68-27. York rolls over Cannon County here tonight. They're going to finish number 2 in the region. They are going to be at home on Friday against Signal Mountain. We're going to take a final timeout for this word from Progressive Savings Bank, then we'll be back to wrap it up from Cannon County.
It's football time on the mountain. At Progressive Savings Bank, we know running your small business is a lot like coaching a team. You call the plays that drive your business towards success, and we're your number 1 fan. After all, you provide the products, the services, and jobs that keep our local economy moving forward. We partner with small businesses to help you reach your financial goals with free business checking and flexible financing to help operate and grow your business with the right financial equipment to keep you in the game. This is Mark Justice wishing our York Dragons a successful football season. We are proud once again to sponsor Dragon First Downs. Progressive Savings Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Well, a great big win here for York tonight. They're going to finish second in Region 4-3A as they beat Cannon County here tonight, 68-27. Upperman upset Sequatchie County, so Upperman will go in number 3, Sequatchie number 4, and that gives the Owls of Smith County the district or the region championship, and they will go in the number 1 seed on Friday. They'll be able to play at home. York will get play at home. Upperman's going to be on the road to Loudon, while it looks like Sequatchie County will be on the road to Red Bank. So a lot of football left to be played. You're going to be hosting a very good Signal Mountain team next week. So we're looking to see what happens there as York takes on Signal Mountain in round 1 of the state playoffs. That's going to wrap it up for me. I'm going to send it back. I want to thank you for joining us. We will see you on Friday when it's round 1 of the state football playoffs. Till then, for 15104 Sports, I'm Greg Clark. See you at the game.